All right, welcome to the Michael Garza Show, or the Gaza Show, as they say. Some people say that. They're like, Gaza. Gaza. Michael Gaza. 4-3. What's going on, everybody? We're getting a poll set up here real quick. We're going to do some pole dancing. I don't know what's up with the, what do you call it? Stream Chat Ninja. I want to be ninja. I want to be ninja. Chop, chop, chop real hard. Let's see, or was it chop real? I don't know. Oh, come on, what the hell? Stream Chat Ninja's being gay. Why are you gay? Why are you gay? That is the question that we're all asking right now. Why am I gay? We're kicking butt, though. Give me a second. We're pulling up additional information and... Hey, doing pretty good, Annie. How you doing? It's good to see you, Annie. Anytime you're on, it's always a pleasure, my friend. Always a pleasure. Are we actually live? Already added? Oh. Is this auto adding it? Oh, shit. Well. Very cool. Okay. Well, we're live, and we're large, and we're in charge, and we're doing our thing, I guess. We're ready. My name is Robert Downey Jr. Sorry, you guys, just doing a quick quick thingy. Well, I want to thank everybody, by the way, for how successful this show has become, because we're now at 9,421 subscribers. You know, I've had people who've doubted this show. And, you know, honestly, I have a lot more motivation today. I was thinking about it. And Billy, who said it was a hobby, and I'm still pissed at him, by the way. I'm going to be pissed at him for a while. Him saying that this was just a hobby and it wasn't going anywhere is complete, absolute fucking trash. Probably he just, you know, and also just the other things he said about me, the personal jabs that he was making. I'm fucking pissed. I'm sick of this fucker. He's a piece of fucking shit. And I understand why his therapist hates him, by the way. I absolutely get it, because I fucking hate him. Oh, hold on. No, I absolutely fucking get why his therapist hates him, because he's a fucking piece of shit. And he is. He is a piece of shit. I mean, the more I'm just start thinking about it, I fucking hate the guy. I fucking hate him. Tired of him fucking doing personal jabs, thinking it's okay. It's not okay. He claims to be my friend, yet he acts like a total piece of shit. He's a jealous fucking piece of shit. And I don't really... I have no respect for him anymore. I don't respect him at all. And I know I'm ranting. I know I'm bringing some of my baggage. I don't mean to bring the negativity back. But you know what? I still want to talk about it because, you know, if he wants to be a piece of shit, I'm going to be a piece of shit back because I'm tired. Because this isn't the first time he's done it. You know, maybe if this is the first time he's done it, I would have actually given him some leeway and asked what the fuck's wrong. But he's just a fucking mental patient. He's a fucking mental patient. And I'm done dealing with mental patients. I don't care if he's my friend anymore. Like, he burned his bridges already with me a few times. I am so pissed because he's done. This isn't the first time he's like personally attacked me. He's done this before, especially in fucking text messages because he's a freaking dumbass. I don't want to be his friend anymore. Like, I've actually come to the conclusion I don't think I fucking want to be his friend. I'm just fucking done with him. I think he's a pile of shit. Yeah, I don't think he's a good dude. I think he's actually kind of a jealous curmudgeon who has no fucking life. Anyway, sorry, I want to get that little mini rant out of the way. Yeah, no, I just want to get it out. I don't expect you guys to be like, I don't expect anybody to console me or anything like that. I'm angrily ranting right now. And, I don't ask a lot. I really don't. I just, he doesn't have to even agree with me. Like, that's the thing. He's always disagreed with me on things, and I was never bothered by that. But he has the nerve to just start taking personal jabs at me for for the things that I think. Oh, taking into question my integrity. Oh, you're a good person, Mike, aren't you? No, it's like, fuck you, dude. You do this all the fucking, it's emotional manipulation. And by the way, Billy, you are, I've changed my mind. Before, I wasn't sure if you were gaslighting me or not. You're a fucking gaslighting piece of shit. You are. You fucking are. I really don't care if you like me anymore. I don't like you anymore. I'm fucking done with you. I think you're a loser. You're a fucking loser. Anyway, I'm serious when I say that. You're a fucking loser.
Welcome back here on Live Now from Fox. We are approaching the top of the hour as we take a live look over Tel Aviv and Israel. I want to get to the latest here on Operation Epic Fury. Of course, Israel's Operation Roaring Lion, as both are underway. And at this point, it looks like it could be another 2, maybe 3 weeks, according to President Trump, until that operation is fully complete. Going to take this full to give you a look at the city of Tel Aviv here as Iran today launching additional strikes on Israel, as well as the United Arab Emirates and other Gulf nations, as Operation Epic Fury is now officially in its second month. Iran also continuing with the chokehold there, so to speak, on the Strait of Hormuz, with British officials planning a call.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Sorry about that, man. I'm so bent out of shape, man. But thank you, Annie. I do appreciate you. I do appreciate you. I really do. I thank you. I want to thank you. Sorry about that. I wasn't paying as much attention as I thought I was. There we go. There we go. The video's up. There we go.
All with about.
Thank you for the heads up, Annie. They'll appreciate that. Oh, man. Let's go.
30 other countries about how to reopen the strait. President Trump insists the strait can be taken by force, but explained that other countries.
What up, E.T.? How you doing? We got E.T. in the house.
ETRN7CH says. What up, Garza? Annie01200 says. It's all good, you rock, buddy.
Must, quote, build some delayed courage and, quote, go take it. Trump maintains Iran's military has been, quote unquote, decimated. A spokesperson for Iran's military, though, claiming his country has hidden stockpiles of arms, munitions, and production facilities.
Yeah, I think we're going to be able to identify those here pretty soon. And look, they have mountain ranges, so they probably all hide in mountains and shit. So, are you talking about... So, Jimmy XX, are you talking about Billy? No, I'm not going to kick his ass because I'm not going to resort to violence. I'm just going to tell him, I'm going to use my words. I'm tired of being talked down to consistently because I think differently than him. I'm tired of him taking personal jabs at me. He crossed a lot of lines, and I fucking hate the guy. The more I think about it, the more I'm just starting to hate him. I don't need people who treat me like shit in my life because of my own beliefs. I don't. Fucking Odin, dude. Welcome to the chat, Odin. It's good to see you, bud. It's good to see you, bro.
Lieutenant Colonel Ibrahim Zolagari said, quote, the centers you think you have targeted are insignificant and our strategic military.
Yeah, and I want to be his friend. The sad truth is I want to be his friend, but he's done this. This is not the first time he's done this. He's done this quite a few times, and I just can't do it anymore. I just can't do it anymore. I don't even want to be around him. I don't even know. I'm trying not to make too many rash decisions, but he just thinks he can personally jab me, and personally jab. It's infuriating. It's fucking infuriating. And it's like, dude, I crashed. Like, I am proud of myself. You know, I think crashing out on stream is actually a good thing. Because you guys get to see how mad I can get, and I got mad. And I'm proud of it. I'm not going to apologize. Oh, I'm sorry, chat, for crashing out. I'm not going to apologize. See? I'm not doing it. I crashed out. I got mad, and I'm proud of it, dude, because I stuck up. I stuck up for myself, you know? I always, like, walk on eggshells whenever he starts going on these fucking... I've let him personally jab me before, and I try not to, you know, take it too personally. And then I started to realize it's like, no, this is not healthy. This is not right. I'm not going to let him take personal jabs at my life just because he thinks I'm wrong. I never, and I mean it, I never take personal jabs at him. Except for now, because he decided to go that road, I'm going that road. You want to take a personal jab? I will take a personal jab. Like, I really, like, this is the point. I don't care if he's my friend anymore. I don't care. He's not worth having as a friend anymore. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. It is not worth having him as a friend anymore. If he wants to be my friend, I mean, I'm going to wean back into that relationship. You know? And even then, I don't know if I want to. You know, the straw that broke the camel's back, that was it. What happened yesterday, that was it. That was it for me, man. Yeah, I'm bringing my friend drama to this. I am. I have no respect for him anymore. Because he's disrespected me so many fucking times by taking personal jabs at me. And you know what's really funny? You know, funny thing he said yesterday was Trump ruined my friend. It's like, no, Trump ruined you. You retard. Like, Trump ruined you. That's the problem. You go psychotic every fucking time because you know I like Trump, and you watch the show. I blocked him from the show. I almost kind of want to block him from my life entirely. I'm just done. And, you know, it was just like, it was so annoying because I believe in what I'm doing. I believe in doing this show because I like doing this show. This show makes me feel good about my life. Billy, on the other hand, makes me not feel good about my life. He makes me feel like shit, to be quite honest. And it's just, he makes me feel like absolute trash all the time. Not all the time. There are times, like, but he's just, I feel like I got to walk around eggshells around the guy. Yeah, no, I think I'm just done with him. I'm actually done with him. Like, that was just, no, I wish him well. I hope he has, I honestly wish him nothing but success, but I'm tired of his jealousy. I'm tired of him personally attacking me. I'm done with it. And I understand why his therapist has yelled at him. He is a piece of shit. He is an absolute piece of fucking shit. He's not, you know, it's just, I'm so angry at him. I'm trying not to be. But he burned so many bridges with me, man. Don't personally attack me, man. And then he had the goal to say that this show was going nowhere, that I couldn't, you know, monetize it. Dude, I make a lot of money doing this. More than he realizes. And, I also make, by the way, he doesn't know that I make money on my short videos that I do. So those short videos that I upload, I actually make money because they're monetized. You know, and he's just, he pisses me off. He claims to be my friend, but friends don't personally jab, like, with a, you know, they don't do those personal jabs. I felt like what he did was uncalled for, man. Yeah, I don't need his toxicity, you know? You know? Let his wife beat him, you know? I'm assuming his wife beats him. I don't really care anymore. I don't care. I don't care if he, like, comes texting me and be like, why are you saying all this shit about me? Because you deserve it. You deserved it. Because it's true. You know, you want to be a piece of shit to me, dude? You want to be a piece? I don't want to be his friend anymore. I actually don't want to talk to him ever again. I like, the more I think about it, the more I'm just like, I don't want to talk to this fuck. I don't.
Military productions take place in locations of which you have no knowledge and will never reach.
Like, I finally had it with him. Like, because, you know, I had been pissed at him before, and I thought, oh, you know, he's just going through maybe a manic episode or something. So I gave him some props. And then I just started to realize, no, this is just vitriolic hatred. And he uses whatever mental problems he has as an excuse to be a piece of shit to others. I'm not going to deal with it, dude. Not going to deal with it. I'm actually building a life for myself, and you can't fucking handle it. That's your problem.
Just before President Trump began.
And by the way, Billy, I do want you to stay out of my life. Get the fuck out of my life. Fucking jackass.
And his address to the nation last night, explosions were heard in Dubai as air defenses worked to intercept an Iranian missile barrage. After the president was done, Israel said its military was also working to intercept incoming missiles as sirens sounded in Bahrain, home to the U.S. Navy's Fifth Fleet. Want to pop this up on your screen, coming in from the Department of War Rapid Response Team. This is part of that address to the nation last night from President Trump. It says, quote, "In these past 4 weeks, our armed forces have delivered swift, decisive, overwhelming victories on the battlefield. Tonight, Iran's Navy is gone. Their Air Force is in ruins." Also mentioned here that we did have...
Also, I want to just do a tomorrow's teachings moment real quick. We need to stop blaming politics. I want to just say this. We got to stop blaming politics for ruined friendships, because that's not the problem. The problem is the people, right? So, for example, a question that I pose is this. Should you blame credit cards for people's bad spending habits? No. Because it's not the credit card's fault that you have a fucking shopping problem, right? It's not the credit card's fault that you can't fucking contain yourself, right? Politics doesn't end friendships. It's freaking psycho people that end friendships. Psycho people who get way too into politics. Politics is politics. The problem is the people. We keep blaming politics when we need to start blaming ourselves. And yeah, this show's been pretty political, but you know, I wouldn't, because I do consider my friendship with Billy pretty much done at this point. I'm done. I don't want to be his friend anymore. I don't actually want to. I just don't think I can. I can't handle it. Like, the more I think about it, the more it disgusts me. I don't want to talk to this guy because it's not because he disagrees with me. It's because he took so many personal jabs at me yesterday, all on my show, by the way. And they were really personal and deep, and it was fucked up. It really pissed me off. So I don't know if I really can't. I don't want to talk to him ever again. I don't. It was just too much. Like, seriously, he has done this to me before. He has done this to me before, but not to this level. And I just felt it was a level that I just don't want to tolerate anymore. I don't want to tolerate him. I don't tolerate him. You know, when I was younger, people used to walk all over me. All right? People used to walk all over me. They tried to take advantage of me because I was a pretty agreeable person, because, you know, I didn't have a lot of friends. But as I've grown older, I realized it doesn't matter if I have any friends at all. Because I'm stealing this as a quote because it is true. It's how I feel. If you're around somebody who makes you feel more lonely, and maybe it's time to ditch that person out of your life. And I think I'm ditching him out of my life. I'm ditching Billy out of my life. Because it's gotten to a boiling point where he just has no self-control. And I'm not blaming politics on this at all. I'm blaming him for being a psychotic piece of garbage. Nobody acknowledges that they're just a psychotic piece of garbage anymore. You know, everybody blames politics. I'll give you an example. People blame things outside of themselves for their shitty behavior, right? So people blame credit cards for all their debt, for all their problems, for all their spending problems. No, the credit card's not the problem. You're the problem because you can't help but go to the mall every other 2 days to buy an excessive amount of clothes that you're going to throw away in a year. You're the problem. We don't point to finger at ourselves enough in society anymore. We're always trying to blame. And social media, I'll give you an example. People blame social media for people's body issues. Well, why don't you just uninstall the app? Right? There is no self-control anymore. We live in a world where everybody points the finger at something else but themselves. They can't take any sort of responsibility for their poor life decisions. And this is an example with Billy. He blames Trump for ruining me. That is so stupid. That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. No, Trump, if you're going to do that, Trump ruined you. But no, you ruined yourself. You ruined yourself. You claim to be my friend. You treat me like shit when I don't agree with you or when I have opinions that differ from your warped point of view. You're a psycho, Billy. You're a psycho. I'm done dealing with you. I'm calling you out, brother. I'm calling you out. You think you always call me out? No, I'm calling you out. You're a psycho. You got so many freaking mental issues that I just don't want to deal with you. And I'm putting my foot down. You're a psycho. I just don't want to deal with you anymore, man.
Some new video coming.
Yeah, and there's a reason your therapist yells at you, by the way, because you are a psycho. I do not envy her position on being your therapist.
In from CENTCOM. Want to pop this up on your screen as well. This is from
and by the way, you're not the only one who could do personal jabs. You did so many personal jabs at me. You deserve this. You deserve this, dude. You had this coming.
Really just about an hour ago as they released that, along with little information here. Now, U.S. Central Command has been releasing these videos quite a bit over the past several days and really several weeks. And alongside the footage, a quote from CENTCOM commander here. That is, of course, Admiral Brad Cooper, popping this up to give you a look at that quote. As it says, "Now in our 5th week of the campaign, it is my operational assessment that we are making undeniable progress. We don't see their Navy sailing, we don't see their aircraft flying, and their air and missile defense systems have largely been destroyed." Again,
that's honestly incredible if you think about it. Check this out. So the biggest thing about this is that, I mean, we're kicking butt. We're kicking butt at a large scale, man. This is fabulous. And it's good to see that we're winning the war. I wouldn't say easily, but so rapidly and quickly, you know? This is going to be a quick war, ultimately. This is going to be a very quick war. I mean, we only got about a week or two left of the war. As far as the Strait of Hormuz goes, you know, I think a lot of the European allies are going to try to open it back up. But, you know, I mean, the U.S. and Israel are going to do their best to basically bomb the crap out of Iran. Give me 1 second, folks. I'm buying some small cap... buying a small cap ETF international stock. So I want to talk about VSS. It's an ETF that I recently kind of discovered more than anything. It's a hell of an ETF. One of the reasons I like it so much is it actually holds, no joke, it holds... So let me give you guys a rundown on what VSS is. So VSS tracks a market cap weighted index of global non-US small cap stocks. Basically, it's all the international small cap stocks gathered into one single fund. The listed name is VSS, is Vanguard FTSE All World ex-US small cap index fund. So basically, it's the entire world. You know, it's emerging markets, it's developed markets, it's all everything in one. Now, the price per share is a little spendy, but that's okay. Just because it's a little spendier doesn't mean it's any less or more valuable. It's just, you know, it is what it is. The PE ratio is fantabulous, but one of the reasons why I love exposure to emerging markets and developed markets on an international scale is just how, one, it can be volatile for sure, but there's also a lot of growth potential. So whenever those types of indexes dip, it could be extremely advantageous to start buying it. But this is not, by the way, this is not a endorsement of the ETF. I want to make that clear. Not financial advice, just for entertainment, educational purposes only. But the reason I bring this up is because, one, I like having small cap exposure, but at the same time, while I have small cap exposure, I want to make sure that the fund that I'm getting into has a large number of holdings. That's a big deal. But what it does is it has foreign, small, and mid blend. So it's not just small market cap ones. It actually does have mid cap ones. And what mid cap and small cap means, like small capital market capitalization, mid market capitalization. And what market capitalization means, it's how the market itself values the company. So each of these small cap companies in there, the market valuations are tiny. Not tiny, but, you know, tiny enough. And that's how the market basically gauges, and it basically, the market's saying, this is how valuable this company is in total. You know, some companies have billion-dollar market caps, and some now have trillions-dollar market caps. Some are just in the millions of the market, million-dollar market caps.
That is a quote here from Admiral Brad Cooper, the CENTCOM commander. I mentioned President Trump's address to the nation last night, about 20 minutes in length, but want to play a portion where he talks just a little bit about where things stand at this point. This was essentially the start of that speech.
If you guys can, though, double tap the screen to like the stream. One more time, double tap the screen to like the stream. Let's go.
As we speak this evening, it's been just 1 month since the United States military began Operation Epic Fury, targeting the world's #1 state sponsor of terror, Iran.
Absolutely.
In these past 4 weeks, our armed forces have delivered swift, decisive, overwhelming victories on the battlefield.
Hey, thank you guys for tapping the like button, though. Yeah, anytime you get into the show, just double tap the screen to like the stream. It really does help us get pumped up on the algorithm. So, hey, the more likes, the better, man. The more likes, the better. Oh, I should probably share this with Twatter. Hold on.
Victories like few people have ever seen before. Tonight, Iran's Navy is gone. Their Air Force is in ruins. Their leaders...
Oh, it's okay, Annie. Hey, if you guys can, though, definitely share this stream on your social medias, whatever social medias you guys use, whether it's Facebook, whether it's X. The more the show is distributed, the more potential subscribers and viewers we get. It does help the channel in a lot of ways. Or just simply tap the like button, or simply tap the subscribe button, whatever you guys could do. We're growing as a channel. We're trying to get to 10,000 subs as soon as possible. So the more subscribers we get, the more opportunities we get as a channel. So I just appreciate each and every one of you guys.
Most of them, terrorist regime they led, are now dead. Their command and control of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps is being decimated as we speak. Their ability to launch missiles and drones is dramatically curtailed, and their weapons...
No, I do appreciate you sharing this, Annie, though. I really do appreciate it.
And rocket launchers are being blown to pieces.
It is crazy how decimated Iran really is at the moment when it comes to their military presence. I mean, their military is cooked. Like, you know, and the mainstream media, because the mainstream media has Trump derangement syndrome, they can't acknowledge that Trump is actually that this is not really a war, it's an annihilation. But they can't do that because they have the inability to see anything that this guy does is good. You know, even if he cured cancer, by the way, liberals would still hate on this guy. Like, if he found the cure to cancer, they would still find a way to hate him. So, either way, you know, no matter what Trump does, the left-wing media is always going to be against him. So, Trump doesn't give a fuck. And who would? I don't blame him.
Few of them left. Never in the history of warfare has an enemy suffered such clear and devastating large-scale losses in a matter of weeks. Our enemies are losing in America, as it has been for 5 years under my presidency, is winning, and now winning bigger than ever before.
Hell yeah, dude. By winning, dude. Hell yeah. So, dude, we're at 9,424 subs, you guys. 9,424 subs. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. We're trying so hard to get to 10,000, but we want to get to 9,500 before we get there. So we're doing small goals, small obtainable goals. You know, what's the best way to eat an elephant? You know, one bite at a time. And that's all you could really do. But yeah, just tap the subscribe button. Let's go, dude. Tiny Lion Gaming says, back to the Stone Age. Exactly.
Tiny Lion Gaming says, back to the fucking Stone Age.
And again, this is some of the video there coming in from CENTCOM a bit earlier on this morning, showing those operations there as they played out just hours ago. Now, it's also important to note, as I mentioned here, that President Trump said that essentially Iran's military, its stockpiles there, had been, quote unquote, decimated, quote unquote, obliterated. However, we are also hearing some new information that is coming in out of Tehran. Take a look here at some of the video of that area. As a spokesperson for Iran's military claims, his country has hidden stockpiles of
small
arms,
wiener gang
munitions, and production facilities. Again, that is a quote from Lieutenant Colonel.
Interesting.
Osama bin Laden says, Garza, if I gave you an MT5 account, would you trade with it on stream?
I don't know. It depends on if that sort of stuff's allowed. I mean, I guess it's not gambling, but can you day trade on MT5 accounts? I'm not very familiar with those. Like, do I have unlimited ability to day trade on that? Because I would day trade if you gave me, like, I don't know, if you gave me an MT5 account that was like had $500 on it or something, and there's no day trade restrictions on it, maybe. Or is it like paper trading? Is it like a paper trading sort of thing? You know, it would be kind of fun to do day trading, paper trading, where like, because I don't want to, you know, because I don't want to actually get my main brokerage account totally effed. But I really do enjoy swing trading, though. It's actually one of my favorite things to do in the markets. Let me take a look here. Give me just a few moments. One more second. Heck yeah, man. Okay, I'm kicking butt. There were points that this went up like crazy. Hold on. 150, 140, 151. Damn. Yeah, no, I love, like I said, I love the volatility of small cap ETFs, especially ones that like cover the entire markets.
Osama bin Laden says, yeah, no day trade restrictions.
Okay, so, all right. So how would this work, by the way? Like, should I just sign up? So is it MT5? Hold on, let me look this up real quick. Let's look up more information on MT5. MT5. Okay, so it's a 4x. Oh, wait, it's 4x? Wait a minute. Hold on. Osama bin Laden. So this is basically, this would be, so it's 4x, which means I'd be trading foreign currencies. Or no, I'd be trading currencies, basically. I will say this. I don't really know much about, look, I mean, I do know that currencies ultimately have no intrinsic value unless they're backed by something. I will say this, Osama bin Laden. I don't know what the, I'm not too sure what the rules are when it comes to day trading on YouTube, or at least showing it on YouTube. You know what I mean? At least show, because I feel like day trading's gambling to some degree. Also, I'm not a big fan of currencies, brother. I don't like trading currencies. That's something I don't like to do. I'm not into that. I'm not into that life, bro, but I may consider it, though. Let's see. Trade with the largest U.S. MetaTrader or broker. Simpler search functions. Type a market name. Find it instantly and avoid scrolling. Improved range of tools. Access 38. Custom indicators such as blah, blah, blah. Pivot points, blah, blah, blah. MetaTrader 5 for mobile. Trade on the go with complete control of your account or iPhone. One-tap trading. If you wish. Choose to accelerate. So, like, what's the catch? Like, hold on. Okay, so 1, you apply for a trading account. 2, you fund it. And then trade our full range of markets. Okay. So, okay, well, hold on. Let me take a look here. Let me see if other people do it. You're saying other people do it, but let me confirm that. Let's look up MT5 live stream. Let's see what this person's doing. Okay, so this person is... Okay, so this person's just straight up live streaming their Forex shit. I don't know, man. I mean, I'll think about signing up for Forex. I don't know. I just don't... I'm not a day trader, man. I mean, I'm tempted to. Don't get me wrong, I'm tempted to day trade. But I'm more of a swing trader, man. I've really geared my mind to be more of a swing trader. You know what I mean? So, Frog Eat Frog says...
Frog Eat Frog says, it's gay. Frog Eat Frog says, that hurts Harvey. Also doesn't work.
Yeah,
Osama bin Laden says, you can definitely, people do stream their trading on here.
Like, I like to let people know, like, what I've done, but I don't like to do, like, full-on streams of me doing that shit, you know what I mean? No, how about this, Osama bin Laden? I don't think I want to do that. I appreciate the offer, I really do, but I gotta reject the offer, man. Now, if I do, if I do decide to do it, I may sign up on my own, but I don't know if I want to do any streams. You know what I mean? I don't know if I want to do any streams that, I'm not a day trader, man. At the end of the day, I'm a swing trader, not a day trader. I prefer buying the dip, and then the next day, if the markets go back up, then I sell for a profit. That's just kind of how I roll, man. I do it with large quantities of money, though. So I'm going to stick to swing trading, though. I'm going to stay in my lane on this one. I'm not a big fan of day trading. In fact, I'm kind of against it, in a sense, because I think there's just too much. And technically, if a day trade doesn't work, you don't have to sell. You know, but whatever. But no, I appreciate the offer, Osama bin Laden, but I think I'm going to decline on this one. As much as I appreciate it, I think I'm going to decline.
Abraham Zolagari, who said, quote, the centers you think you have targeted are insignificant and our strategic military productions take place in locations of which you have no knowledge and will never reach. Again, there is so much to this, so I do want to bring in a friend of the show here. We have Mark Chandler, who is the Director of Government Relations at Coastal Carolina.
Stud, dude. Let's hear what this stud muffin has to say, dude. I can't believe they have hidden stockpiles of arms and munitions, right? Like, okay, I guess I can believe it because Iran does a lot of things in secret. I mean, they were doing their secret nuclear program shit. I mean, dude, they were making reactors on the, they were digging into mountains and putting their reactors in there. That's fucking sketchy, dude. Anybody with half a brain would be like, dude, that's sketchy and you're trying to make a nuclear weapon. It's fucking clear as day. But yeah, Iran is sketchy, dude. You can't trust Iran even. I don't trust Iran, period, end of story, like at all. By the way, thank you everybody for subscribing to the channel. We're now at 9,427 subs. Once again, we're at 9,427 subs. I want to put up a few people's names. These are some of the people. I'm also going to put up some of I'm also going to put up as many of the super chats as possible. So we're going to put up a mixture of super chats. We're going to put up a mixture of subscribers. These are some of the people who have subscribed. And some people who have become members as well, or have stayed members.
Laugh out loud.
I'm going to put everybody up on the board, dude. Everybody's coming up on the board. You're all going up on the board. All the super chats that have been done over the last few days. Not all of them. Some of them, though.
Laugh out loud.
Great channel.
This is just to get everybody pumped up. This is to get everybody pumped. You pump up like a bathmate. Yo, you pump up.
Laugh out loud.
And professor of practice, also a former senior defense intelligence official. Mark, as
Osama bin Laden
Laugh
says.
out loud.
Okay,
We know what you did
if
in
that's
that
what you
sync we
prefer,
sent you,
Gaza,
Garza.
I'll actually look up swing trading.
Yeah, Osama bin Laden. Like I'm a swing trader at heart. Swing trading's not very difficult. I mean, it's basically you buy low,
wiener gang.
You buy when it's dipping, whatever the ETF is that you're buying into, or whatever individual stock. I prefer buying index ETFs on the dip. But when I buy those on the dip, I'm basically waiting for them to go back up.
Small wiener
Right?
gang.
That's typically how it goes. And because they have intrinsic value, because the ETFs that I get into have products that have intrinsic value indexed into them. So intrinsic
Laugh
value
out
is a big
loud.
deal, man. At least it is to me. Give me a few seconds, you guys. But yeah, the VSS ETF is one of my faves.
Laugh out loud.
Mainly because it's
Feel
like
good about these
all small caps.
dollarinos.
As always, we definitely appreciate you taking the time to join us and helping to break down all of the latest developments here.
Well, good morning, Josh, and thanks for having me today.
Of course. And
Laugh
first off,
out
I want
loud.
to talk to you
Trump-
just a little bit about what we heard from that Iranian military spokesperson saying that they have underground hidden ammo, munitions, arms.
Hey, I want to thank everybody for taking the time to subscribe, though. Tap the subscribe button
Laugh
in the
out
upper
loud.
right-hand corner.
F those Biden supporters.
It does help the channel grow, so don't forget to tap the subscribe button, man.
production facilities, all of that hidden underground. Any surprise, and do you really put any, I guess, thought into what
Laugh out
Iran
loud.
and their
We
leadership
tolerate
even
their
has to say?
POV, but they can't
Well,
reciprocate.
On something like this, you've got to look at how Iran is going to focus on the bluster and really try to stand up and not show any weakness in the face of the military pounding that they're taking.
Small
at this
wiener
time.
gang.
But I do want to put some.
Frog Eat Frog says. Garza out here building an empire. Garza, you are a badass brother.
Hell yeah, thank
Osama
you,
bin
Froggy
Laden
Frog.
says,
Yeah.
What
Love you,
app
Froggy
do you
Frog.
use to buy these ETFs, Gaza? You did mention Schwab.
So-
Do you have alternatives for non-Americans, Gaza?
The majority of my swing trading is done on Robinhood just because I like
Laugh
the look
out
and,
loud.
I like the
You
look and
missed
feel.
like 5 comments and my dono Gaza.
But yeah, no. So I prefer when it comes to active swing trading, I actually do prefer the Robinhood app. Overall,
Laugh out loud.
however,
Caesar, you missed the membership I donated.
I am a huge fan of Schwab. Schwab is basically kind of my alternative brokerage account. I don't have that much equity in Schwab. I have enough, but I have some equity in
Laugh
my
out
Schwab
loud.
brokerage account. And then I also have, let's see. But most of my swing trading is done
Laugh
in my
out
Robinhood
loud.
account.
Revenge.
But yeah, majority of my swing trading is done in my Robinhood account, without a doubt. That's my favorite one to swing trade in.
Some stock in what he says in regards to their underground storage facilities.
Small
that's one
wiener
of the hardest
gang.
parts. They do have an extensive underground storage and production capability, and so we know that. Obviously, our intelligence has been working on trying to find every aspect of that.
Small wiener
You've seen-
gang.
You showed some CENTCOM video a few minutes ago that showed going after these attacks, going after these facilities, and so yes, they have them. Have we taken out every single one of them?
Small
I would say
wiener
that's-
gang.
That's difficult to judge at this point. So I think he's speaking with a lot of bluster, but there's a basis of truth in what he's saying because they do have extensive underground production and storage
Small
facilities.
wiener gang.
That's where they're going to keep getting some of these missiles and some of these drones from as we go in there and methodically start to take them out. And so when we look at the next few weeks that President Trump was talking about last night and that he's talked
Small
about
wiener
before,
gang.
is intelligence is going to work heavy to identify all those facilities and start to eliminate them, or at least eliminate the Iranian access to them.
Talking a little bit about President Trump's
Laugh
address
out
to the
loud.
nation last night. It was about
32
20 minutes
days.
in length. He talked about the goals of the war, what has happened so far, what happens next, saying essentially that 2 to 3 weeks more until Iran, their regime, is essentially
Small
wiped
wiener
out,
gang.
gone there. So what I wanted to ask you is what stood out to you about the remarks from President Trump? Is there anything that you were maybe hoping to hear that you didn't? What stood out to you overall?
Well,
Small wiener
if I can
gang.
kind of start at what I was hoping not to hear, and that is I was hoping we wouldn't hear a deadline. And the reason when I say deadline, I'm talking about significant strikes over 2 to 3 weeks.
Small
at
wiener
least
gang.
publicly, because the military likes to work on objectives.
Oh shit, we
Tina
got
Lion Gaming says.
Tiny Lion Gaming.
Emperor Garza. Tina Lion Gaming says. Scammers. Tina Lion Gaming says. That's why they have 3 stars. Osama bin Laden says. I'll look into Robinhood. Sounds good. They have like 3 stars on Google Play Store though.
So I have actually I've been using Robinhood for a long time. Like I've been using Robinhood since like what, 2017, I think? 2018. No, 2017. Yeah, I've been using the Robinhood brokerage since like 2017. Look, I mean, the reason they have 3 stars is that all the day trading gamblers got pissed about the whole GameStop situation. So I don't know if you guys remember back in the day, there was the whole GameStop fiasco where like all the different brokerages were stopping the crazy amount of trading revolving around GameStop. But everybody attacked Robinhood for some reason, and Robinhood was like, why are you guys attacking us? All these other fucking brokerages are doing this too. So I don't know. I side with the hedge funds. I'm actually tired of the retail investor because the retail investor doesn't take any personal accountability for their degenerate gambling habits. And look, if you're a day trader, you're a gambler, in my opinion. If you're a swing trader, you're almost a gambler. You're riding a fine line. But no, here's the thing. I'm a mixture between I'm 30% of my portfolio is swing trading. 70% of it is long-term holding where I buy them, I hold them, and I never sell them. I have a very long-term outlook, but I also, in order to fund my portfolio and fund my life, I also do the swing trading because it does actually give me some extra leverage. Mark Salmon says Jack Vale comedy.
Mark Salmon's 1288 says. Jack Vale comedy.
Hell yeah, bro. Happy Easter, everybody.
Objectives.
It's not Easter just yet, but whatever.
The
It's Easter
objectives.
week, I guess.
And I will work to eliminate the objectives or create an opportunity, what we call an end state, for you to have an end state, a successful operation, or achieve your objectives out there. If we're publicly telling the adversary, and in this case, Iran, we're giving you 2 weeks, and then we're going to fight you for that.
So Osama bin Laden says I should make a Discord server. I do have one. Hold on. What I should do I'm going to try to log into my Discord server real quick, and I'll try to send you guys an invite. Oh, wait, I haven't logged in a while. I don't feel like... Yeah, fuck it. I don't even like... Here's the thing. I don't like going on Discord anyway. I'm not a Discord guy. Give me a second, though. Let me see if I can log into Discord real fast. It might take a second. Give me 1 second, you guys. I'm trying to figure out... I'm actually trying to figure out how to invite you guys to Discord. How do I get people... Give me 1 second, you guys. Unless you guys know off the top of your head. I could always look this up if I needed to. Give me just another moment. Yeah, I don't know how to invite people. Hold on. Huh. Interesting. Friends. Oh, okay, hold on. I gotta go to the Michael Garza show group. Duh. Winning. Yeah, we actually have a... You know, honestly, the Michael Garza show could have a very huge Discord presence, actually. That could happen. Hold on. Oh, actually, we could actually have people on the Michael Garza show. That'd be fun. Yeah, Discord's kind of lame, dude. I don't know. I like it. It's actually a cool concept, but let's see. I don't know what this is. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out ways to invite you guys. Share. Ah, here we go. Here we go. All right, you guys. Do you guys want to join the Discord? Now, I don't know how effective... If you guys are having trouble with the link in the chat, please let me know. You guys, if you guys want to join the Discord server, I was thinking about making it more active anyway. But yeah, I was thinking I should probably make this show a little more active, you know what I mean? So, yeah, so I'm on Discord at the moment. Let's see. Yeah, it's been a while since I've been on Discord, but I do. Yeah, man, join it, dude. ET says typical Chris Hansen versus Predator tactics. Oh, ET, come on, man. The only people who really watch my show are older dudes anyway, so that's a good thing. And by the way, the irony is my profile picture in Discord is actually Chris Hansen. So it's a 007 Chris Hansen. So but yeah, feel free to join, you guys. I'm gonna wave to say hi to all these people. Hey, thank you for joining. I'm gonna wave hi to you. Thank you for joining. Appreciate it. And Nico Titus, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate it. Actually, you know what? Let's put it on the board. Let's put it on the screen real quick. What up, Brony? So we're on Discord at the moment. I just use it in the browser. I don't like using the app. I kind of can't stand the Discord app, so I just use it in the browser. I mean, the Discord app is okay, but it's not bad. Oh, you should have Frog Eat Frog on here. Wait, Nico Titus, who are you? Wait, is this Annie? Who is this? Apologies for the crypto badge. That's okay, I don't care. Hey, if you like crypto, you like crypto. I don't care. Looks like some uwu shit. Oh god. Uwu! Uwu! We're on Discord, everybody. Oh, dude, I may not be a huge fan of crypto, but people feel free to be crypto. If you like crypto, man, you like crypto. I think it has no intrinsic value, but I'm not going to hate on you. I don't hate on the individual. I hate on the product. I think cryptocurrency just sucks. I think plenty of smart people, unfortunately, get wrapped up in crypto, but you know that just happens, man. And by the way, I'm just reading the chats that are coming in on the Discord. For right now, we're just gonna we're gonna still react to a few things. You guys, make sure that you guys join the Michael Garza show. This is your only chance, everybody. This is your one opportunity. You gonna capture it? Just gonna let it slip. So one more time, I'm just gonna post this real quick, and then right here, right now. All right, I'll let you guys do your thing in the Discord server. No, man, it's good that we're getting more people here. You know what I miss? Do you guys remember the Newgrounds bulletin board system, like the Newgrounds forum? I don't think they do that anymore. I haven't been on Newgrounds in a while. Yeah, Newgrounds was the best, dude. Their BBS was unmatched. Anyway, we're going to get off of Discord.
And then we're going to ease up after that All they know they've got to do is hold out for 2 weeks. Let's not be so public about a timeline. Let's let this play out. And it could have to play out, Josh, for another month or 2 months to achieve the military objectives we need to accomplish everything we're trying to do. So that's what I was kind of hoping I wouldn't hear is let's don't put a timeline on military operations. They're very fluid and dynamic. We're having phenomenal success, but don't tell Iran how long it has to hold out. Now, as for some other aspects of it, I like how he laid out the objectives. We're going after
I do like the fact that he's saying 1 to 2 weeks. I like the fact that he's given at least a timetable. 3 weeks at max, you know. And I knew the Iran war was going to wind down soon. Everybody kept saying, "Oh, this is a forever war. This is going to keep going on forever and forever." People keep acting like Trump doesn't have a plan, dude. Donald Trump has a plan, bro. Oh, the hamster. I never played that one. I never played the hamster in the microwave game. That sounds morbid, though, dude. That sounds morbid as shit. What the hell? Jason Beatrice says, how many subscribers you got? We're currently sitting pretty at 9,427. So if you guys can, please tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It does help the channel grow in more ways than one. But yeah, tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. We're trying to see how far the channel can grow overall. And you guys are really helping the channel grow in a lot of ways. And I want to thank each and every one of you guys. Osama bin Laden says you should have a Discord command. Are you talking about for Nightbot? Osama bin Laden, are you talking about for like Nightbot? You know, because I have like Nightbot. You know, that actually might be a good idea. I don't know. I just don't use Discord that often, and it feels like, you know what I mean? Like I don't use Discord a lot. To be honest, I don't really use Discord at all. I mean, if people join the Discord server, I am more inclined to do something with it. Really, at the end of the day, I just want to try to encourage people to become members, become channel members mainly at 99 cents a month, you know. At least I'm trying to see how many members I can get, you know. Just to let everybody know, our membership for the Michael Garza show, the Michael Garza show, is only 99 cents a month. So if you guys are already subscribers and you want to join and become an exclusive member, we do try to do exclusive shows. I'm going to start trying to do more exclusive shorts as well, short videos exclusively for members, where I just kind of talk about certain things and kind of dive into a few topics. That is true, actually. That is one of the advantages of Discord is people can go on there and debate me. Yeah, that is one thing that is kind of an advantage. Give me 1 second, though. Now that I think about it, it would be kind of fun to do. I have an experiment I want to try. Oh shit, we got Frog Eat Frog. He just joined, dude. Frog Eat Frog just joined the Discord. I'm going to wave and say hi to Mr. Frog Eat Frog. Let the madness begin, my brony bros. We got the real brony bros in the house, dude. Fuck yeah.
The nuclear weapons program. We have set that nuclear weapons program back years, if not at least a decade. I mean, yes, we pounded the facility.
Yeah, dude, Frog Eat Frog is on Discord, man. Hey, Tiny Lion Gaming, I don't know if you use Discord at all, but feel free to join. Feel free to join the Discord, man. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to create a community post real quick. Oh, also, if you guys want, I also made a community post where to encourage people to join the Discord. So if you guys want to, so it's a little easier. If anybody misses the live stream, they'll be able to see the post. So, Pink Brony Club, I'm gonna keep on fapping at the Pink Brony Club. I'm gonna keep on fapping down in West Hollywood. By the way, we're at 9,427 subs. 9,427 subs. Make sure you guys tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner, as it always helps the channel grow. Osama bin Legging says, "I'll share your Discord on Reddit." Oh, dude, hey, if you, yeah, please, yeah, feel free to share that invite link with anybody you want, man. The more people that we have on the Michael Garza show, the more fun it is, man. We're trying to get as many people on the Garza show as possible. That's really the goal.
We've gone after things. So we have gone after their entire production capacity, a lot of their development. We haven't taken out their knowledge, although we've killed a lot of scientists and engineers. We haven't taken out the knowledge that's there, but it's going to take them years to rebuild this. So
yeah, well, now their infrastructure, Iran's infrastructure is completely screwed, and it needed to be. It needed to be because Iran knew what they were doing.
Tremendous success there. We're working on taking out their ability to export offensive operations around the region. Yes, they're still doing it, but not at the level that they were. You know, they have to wait a little while before they can mass the type of missile barrages that they were early. So you'll see that capability, but we're eliminating it, having tremendous success looking at that. You know, he did talk about the Straits of Hormuz. And I think his language last night was a little bit softer than he has been in some of the other public discussions about that. But no, we don't get our oil from the Strait of Hormuz. Our allies do. And I think what he did is he put a marker to the allies that if you want this open, you have to help. Two things with the U.S. military. We do have the capability to open the Straits of Hormuz and to conduct those operations. But right now, with the offensive we're doing, we don't have the capacity to do it. So those other nations need to step up. And I think today they may have started that with that meeting they're having.
Yeah, and that's good that they're having a meeting. It's good that these nations are having a meeting because guess what? Trump's like, hey, we're out of here. We're going to pack our bags. We're going to get out of here. And if you guys want the Strait of Hormuz open, which you guys need it to be open in order for you European countries to get your fucking oil, you're going to need to take some action on your own. I like what Trump's doing, dude. It's top G. Okay, I'm going to make myself a sandwich real quick. Yeah, I'm going to make myself a sando. And, yeah. What do you guys think about that? Pretty much. So you got the moves, but honey, got the touch. Now don't get me wrong, yeah, I think you're all right. No, here we go. But yeah, tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It does help the channel grow. It helps me feel like I got a bigger schlong than I actually do. My schlong is tiny. In lame, it's tiny. But yeah, don't forget to tap the subscribe button, though. We're at 9,427 subs. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for being so incredible. I love doing these streams. I really enjoy these streams. Yeah, this is great. But yeah, you guys, we're almost to 10,000, dude. 10,000. Frog eat frog, everybody. What a stud, dude.
In Europe. So I like how he laid that out. And I really liked, because I've written about this before, so it's kind of an opinion here, is how he laid out the history of how Iran has destabilized the Middle East for 47 years.
Mm-hmm.
You know, through their negotiations, through their export of terrorism, through their threat to gain a nuclear weapon. I think he laid that out very well. And they have been personally, directly responsible for killing thousands of Americans. So I think that case got laid out.
Yep.
If we can just start to get past the point of we're fighting, now let's understand and work our way through it. So I thought overall it was very good.
President Trump, during that speech, he essentially called this a decisive time as the operation moves forward here. And he's talking about the operation as a whole and taking out the current Iranian regime. Do you agree with that assessment, saying that this is a decisive moment, not just for the U.S., but also for the Middle East?
Well, two perspectives on your question, Josh. So hopefully I'll get one of them right when I give you this. I think we're at one of the turning points in history. For 47 years, this regime has kind of monopolized how international relations go, the international economy, all emanating from this one area. You know, they've controlled the Straits of Hormuz and shut it down before, and there's been no significant retribution, so they still maintain that capacity. So we're looking at a change. Pretty much my entire adult life, I dealt with this Iranian, not thorn in our side, but complete theocratic, autocratic control of this regime over so much of not just the region, but the world. Now, on the second thing about this regime, we could be reaching a culminating point. You know, if we hit them hard for the next 2 to 3 weeks, we could be at what we call the culminating point of starting to create a crack. Notice I didn't say we're going to get rid of the regime, but starting to create a crack. And people need to understand 47 years of indoctrination by this regime, by the Islamic regime, and the religious fanatics that control that have created multi-layers that we have to work our way through to crack an opening for the people to rise up. They fear getting out in the streets. They fear going after it because there's still such control.
Oh, yeah.
And it's integrated in just about every point of society, Josh. When you look at how the IRGC, not only are they military, they're security, internal security, and they're part of the society and their whole economy. So it's so integrated, we have to get down through multiple levels. And I think the weak point now, or actually the point I would go after, is crack the IRGC and some political individuals kind of.
Yeah, if you get rid of the rest of their military, Iran's cooked. I mean, Iran is already cooked. But, like, if you get rid of the rest of their military and completely defang the entire country, good. Good.
If we can.
Oh, if you guys can, though, double tap the screen to like the stream. One more time, double tap the screen to like the stream. It does help the channel grow. It helps me feel like I got a bigger schlong than I really do. I got a tiny one. But yeah, if you guys can, tap the subscribe button as well. Double tap the screen to like the stream, that sort of thing. We're at 9,427 subs, so I want to thank everybody for really keeping it up, man.
Mark Salmons 1288 says, I'm with President Trump no matter what media says. Have they been honest?
No, the media has not been honest at all in any way, shape, or form, and that's the thing. I feel like the media has misrepresented everything that Trump has done from day one, and I don't trust the mainstream media because anybody, by the way, I've rarely ever trusted the mainstream media. If the mainstream media tells me that someone is the devil or that somebody is Hitler, I automatically assume that the mainstream media is lying to me, and I get really interested in finding out why they're calling this person a bad person, you know? Look, I'm not a fan of the mainstream media at all. I think the mainstream media is poison to the people. I think they're absolute poison to the people, and yeah. Freaking terrible.
Tina Liongaming says, dude, that's why I voted for Trump. I've never seen such a crazy smear campaign.
Wow.
Tina Liongaming says, at first I believed them his first term and I didn't vote at all. Tina Liongaming says, but when they kept going in on him even after he wasn't president, I was like, yeah, he must be doing something for us.
Yeah, I don't trust the mainstream media. They tell me who the devil is. I know that they're probably an angel. You know, mainstream media tells me Trump is the devil. I'm just going to assume that Trump's an angel because the mainstream media is, in my opinion, and Asmund Gould says this all the time, I believe the mainstream media is the enemy of the people. Flat out. I don't trust it. I don't trust it.
And create a crack in there, what we would call the center of gravity for military operations, then you're going to see that opening. Can we do it in the timeline the president laid out is the big question.
Talking about the Gulf Arab nations, we know, I mentioned this a short time ago, that we were hearing some explosions that were reported over in Dubai in the UAE. Essentially, it sounds as though those were because of interceptions of missiles that were fired by Iran. But as you see Iran firing not just at U.S. assets, not just at Israel, but essentially at these Gulf Arab nations, is it likely that they do want to play a role overall in entering this conflict, entering the war more so than they have so far?
I'm a little surprised they haven't at this time started more offensive operations, Josh. I know that they are encouraging us behind the scenes and even some in public to continue this and press on till this Islamic regime is removed. So we do have their support in that regard. But what we need is we need to take some of the pressure off of our offensive requirements that we have out there. But there's a trade-off that we have to look at. If I incorporate all these other nations into my offensive operations, that adds a degree of
things were not that bad under Trump. I know the mainstream media wants everybody to think, oh, everything was terrible and awful under Donald Trump. And it's like, no, not really. It wasn't that bad. The mainstream media loves to exaggerate these things. And that's my problem with the mainstream media is how much they exaggerate the bullshit. Osama bin Laden says, I'm still looking for an apt subreddit for your Discord gaze. Hey, I appreciate it, man. Thank you. I appreciate you checking, man. That's cool. Share it with whoever you want, man. It's a free-for-all in that server. People can post and do whatever they want. I don't give a shit.
Complexity to the military campaign. And now I have to coordinate with...
Yeah, and honestly, here's the thing. My portfolio's been doing really well. I know that everybody's like, but what about the markets? They went down. It's like, I'm a swing trader, bro. I buy the dips. I'm a dip-buying swing trader. That was the best thing for me. Also, my long-term portfolio's been doing very well under Trump. So at the end of the day, I got my long-term portfolio and I got my short-term swing trade portfolio. Osama bin Laden says, check Discord chat, LMAO. Okay. I'm going to hide the window, though, because I don't know what the hell you freaks have posted on there. Discord.com. I'm a little nervous. God damn it. Okay, so I'm going to read some of the posts real quick. That was a lot of posts. Hold on. So Frog Eat Frog says, all right, stop. Oh, he just put the Ice Ice Baby lyrics. Okay, that's hot. Oops, wrong ass. Okay, he's posting some sexy... Oh, my God. Frog Eat Frog. Hey, yo. Are you on stream, Frog Eat Frog? I'm looking for a subreddit to share gazes, Discord, no chillin'. All right, bet. Not sure, but definitely a gay one. I will look for an app subreddit. Who are you on YouTube? Osama bin Laden. Okay, so we got Osama bin Laden, and we got Frog Eat Frog, and then Frog Eat Frog also put Garza gets super horny when he sees me. Oh, Garza, whatever. Frog Eat Frog, you're the goat, dude. I love you, bro. Everybody give it up for Frog Eat Frog, everybody. He's now an official member of the Discord channel. And if you guys want to join the Discord channel, I don't know if you guys should. All right, yeah, if you guys want to join my Discord, feel free to follow that link. It's pretty hot, pretty sexy. And let's go.
Units and aircraft, which is a very complex situation that I don't normally fly with. So maybe let's just keep this in an area...
Dude, Frog Eat Frog is the GOAT, dude.
...where it's the U.S. and Israel flying together for what we call deconfliction purposes and try to avoid the fratricide, friendly, incidents like we had with Kuwait and the F-15s early on in the campaign. Let's avoid that, allow us to continue our operations, and perhaps bring them into the fight a little bit more willingly. Maybe we can use them against the Houthis, who entered the fight last weekend. Maybe we can use UAE and Saudi Arabia, since they previously fought the Houthis, to take some of that
Oh, I'm an idiot. Hold on. I forgot to unmute.
pressure off of us, so we don't have to worry about that. Well, we can start to...
Man, I'm off my game today, you guys. I'm not going to lie. I'm totally off my game, but I appreciate the call out, Annie. Thank you. I appreciate that big time. Thank you.
Working. I think they want to get involved. I think their decades of appeasement to the Islamic regime are over. We just have to figure out a way to get them in there without creating more problems for our operations out there.
As far as...
And, that's half the battle. Like, how do you get in there without creating more problem, havoc, and everything? And that's half the battle, bro. That is half the battle, my brony bros. You're a pink brony bro.
Watching this whole situation play out, again, we have been watching very closely. You and I have discussed this a lot, talking about the developments that take place pretty much hour by hour, day by day. A lot of different developments. So the president, as you mentioned, did suggest that all of this could wrap up in a matter of weeks. So realistically speaking, what would have to happen for this to be over, for this to end?
Well, Josh, I'm gonna look at. Let me start with the objectives he laid out. Eliminate their nuclear capability, their ability to gain a nuclear weapon. That's done. Eliminate or degrade their ability to launch ballistic missiles against their neighbors and the drone attacks. In other words, to hold the region at hostage with these offensive capabilities, since they've gone after all these economic targets across the Gulf states throughout the region. So eliminate that, take that down to capability out there, and then gain control of the Straits of Hormuz. Reopen that. Although it wasn't necessarily a spoken U.S. objective, we're distancing ourselves from that. That's part of what we're doing. And then stop the export of terror and destabilization activity via the proxies and Iranian military operating throughout the region. We're doing well.
Yeah, honestly, just destabilize it, man. Destroy the terror groups that are causing terror, that are doing terror. Destroy Iran's ability to defend itself, and also destroy its ability to fund any more terror. Iran is a piece of garbage country as far as their government is concerned. The people, I don't know if I'm really a big fan of the people either, but I do want to see them prosper. I want to see the people prosper. I'm so sick of the asshola Ayatollah. Get him out of there, dude.
Oh.
Anyway, let's stop watching this. This shit's boring the crap out of me. It's killing my schlong. Oh, God, the wokeness. The wokeness. Oh, wait, Trump is going to address something? Hell yeah. Let's just look up Trump. Trump make me hump. Trump make me hump. Let's see. Is he going to go live anytime soon? Let's see. Oh, dude. Trump is considering firing AG Pam Bondi. I've been waiting for this moment.
The president is considering.
This needs to happen. Pam Bondi pisses me the F off. Oh, whoa, special report. Actually, it's happening. Trump is actually firing Pam Bondi.
Todd Blanche or anybody else who has been named is
What?
perhaps waiting in the wings here. That
Whoa. Is it official?
From New York.
Oh my God, it's official. President Trump fires Pam Bondi, dude.
Finally.
Dude, Pam Bondi pisses me off, dude. She is terrible. Oh my God. I love Donald Trump, but Pam Bondi, I'm not a fan of her, dude. She reminds me of a sorority girl. She's not a good attorney general. I just don't think she's good. There's got to be somebody better. And also, if you can, Trump, can you fire Kash Patel, please? Kash Patel kind of sucks, dude. I know some people like Kash, whatever. Kash Patel, man. Sorry, bro. Let's see. I can't believe it.
Of the Environmental Protection
It's happening,
Agency,
dude.
Jerika.
All right, Nancy Cordes for us at the White House as the information still coming in. I want to turn now to Chief Washington Correspondent Major Garrett. Major, I know Bondi was expected to go before the House and testify once again just a couple weeks from now. How much of that is...
Look, I don't like it when people lose their job or whatever, but I just don't feel like she was qualified. She's probably qualified to do something else, but this is outside of her circle of competence, man.
Into the president's decision to replace her?
It's an excellent question, Jerika. It's unclear, but there was a subpoena pending from the House Oversight Committee about then Attorney General, no longer Attorney General Pam Bondi's handling of the Epstein files and all related matters. That subpoena hung very heavily over what Congress may next want to learn and what the public may, through those inquiries, learn about the Epstein files and the Justice Department handling of it. Quite clearly, this Justice Department has not complied with the law that President Trump
Palm Beach Pete is innocent. Palm Beach Pete is innocent.
Signed to release all of the Epstein files. That is a constant point of contention with members of Congress, mostly on the Democratic side, but not entirely. Plenty of Republicans want more information about what's still...
We want more info, dude. Exactly. And also get rid of Pam Bondi. Oh, premium light just got better. Okay. There we go. Okay, cool. Premium light, man. Hell yeah.
In the Justice Department's possession of the Epstein files. And now that Pam Bondi is out, she may seek to be removed from that subpoena authority of the House Oversight Committee, meaning she wouldn't have to testify at all. And there are plenty of Americans, Jerika, who watch the Epstein files and who look at this and say, wait a minute, is this a maneuver?
Let's see what Fox Business is saying. If I'm going to watch anything, I'd rather watch like a business channel.
If during this period of time no deal is made, we have our eyes on key targets. If there is no deal, we are going to hit each and every one of their electric generating plants very hard and probably simultaneously. We have not hit their oil, even though that's the easiest target of all, because it would not give them even a small chance of survival or rebuilding. But we could hit it, and it would be gone, and there's not a thing they could do about it.
President Trump giving an update on Operation Epic Fury for the entire nation last night, threatening to strike Iran's power plants if no peace deal is reached and bomb the country, quote, into the Stone Age, sending stocks lower, oil prices soaring. But those losses in check as we speak, as we head into the afternoon. Welcome back to the second hour of the Big Money Show. I'm Dagan McDowell, along with my marvelous co-host.
Big
with
money.
us for this hour.
Money, easy money.
Endeavor PAC founder Tiffany Smiley.
Garza, it's Garza, Orwell the resident. It's Garza.
Before we move on to what the president said about the conflict in Iran last night, he was making
ETRN7CH says. Trump said Bondi is going to a new position in a private sector.
Really? Okay, I did not know that. Interesting. Well, we'll see what happens. Let's go. Michael Garza.
News, as he always does, that has just broken. Pam Bondi fired by the president as the attorney general. And the reports are that Todd Blanche, who has been his longtime counsel, is going to be replacing her as the Attorney General of the United States. As we dig into this, Jackie, you were reading about it as we were in the commercial break.
Yeah, I'm dying to know what happened. My understanding from the reporting from Fox News Digital is that it happened last night before the president's address to the nation, and that she was on her way back to Florida while the president was speaking.
This happened last night? Wow.
Obviously, when something
They kept that pretty hush-hush.
like this happens, the president has come out many, many times praising Pam Bondi. And so I'm wondering what exactly it was that led him to this decision that it was time for her.
I think everything. I mean, she's clearly, I don't think she knows what she's doing. I just think that I do find her to act like a bit of a sorority girl. Like that honestly, what was that meeting where she was like, I don't know, in Congress or something, or in one of the House Oversight Committees or whatever the hell they call it, where you go up in front of all the people and you're like getting roasted and questioned by them, and she just sucked. She's not good. I just think that she's out of her element, man. She is way out of her element. That's the thing. She is just far too out of her element, bro. Far too.
Not
Way
to be
too
part of
much.
the
Way
cabinet.
too much.
This is my
Hell yeah.
take.
By the way, if you guys love Donald Trump as much as I do, please tap the subscribe button. If you guys think JD Vance 2028 is the right direction, woo, tap the subscribe button, bro. But yeah, JD, dude, I'm a big JD Vance fan. I know that you guys know that already. I'm a JD guy. I love JD. I'd rather have Vance in my pants than walls on my balls, you know. Anyway, let's keep going.
She, from the get-go, royally fouled up the release of the Jeffrey Epstein documents. And it was just such a rolling disaster all year and was handled so poorly that was one of the biggest problems, despite...
Tucker, Orwell the Resident saying Tucker 2028.
Orwell the Resident says, no dude Tucker 2028. Orwell the Resident says, bro, making your personal lawyer AG is really fucking corrupt.
Maybe. I don't know. Is it? I mean, I think Trump has a lot of lawyers.
Her obvious loyalty and her background, but she met with President Trump, according to Fox News Digital, in the Oval Office on Wednesday night ahead of the speech to the nation on Iran, and she was reportedly informed of her ouster. She was with him, though,
at the speech.
In front of the Supreme Court yesterday.
Oh, yes, sorry, she was.
And then she got the you can go.
She was supposed to be deposed by a House committee later this month, wasn't she? Wasn't she subpoenaed by a House committee on the Epstein files? I think so. I don't know if maybe that doesn't happen now. Maybe it does if she's not in this role. The Epstein files are not my issue du jour, but my sense watching that throughout was there were these big promises. Tiffany, maybe this is something you watch more closely. Big promises of information, and then it always seemed like it was a thud, a dud.
Yeah.
Nothing happened. And people were like, wait a second, we thought we were going to get transparency. It feels like we're just getting obfuscation. Maybe I read that wrong, but that was my perception of it.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a tough job. Pam Bondi was in a very, very hard position, and you have to wonder what was actually going on behind the scenes. Yes, she is the leader. She's the face of it. But what was she being directed to do, and what information did she have access to? I will commend her. She's a patriot. She has been on the front lines for many, many years fighting for America and has extreme loyalty. So,
no, I'm sorry. I just don't think I don't think Pam Bondi's that competent, man. I don't know. I think a lot of people knew this was going to happen. I've been wanting this to happen for a while. I've been wanting Pam Bondi to get. Look, I normally don't want people to get fired, but look, in this type of situation, this is a big position, And if you're not qualified and you're just doing a horrible job, just get out of the position. Like, there are just some times where you have to be like, I can't do this. This is clearly out of my element, man. It's clearly out of my element, that sort of thing. Plenty of qualified people could take this over, though. If you guys can, though, tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It does help this channel grow. Double tap the screen to like the stream, though. The more double taps we get, the better. So just double tap the screen once to not subscribe, but to like the stream. And also, please subscribe to the channel, man.
I thank her for her service and stepping into that role and doing the best that she could in the time and in the moment that it called for. And it's a tough job, and it's President Trump obviously feels like it is time to move on and bring in someone else for the administration.
I was just going to say, given what, so Todd Blanche, who is the Deputy Attorney General of the U.S., previously a criminal defense attorney, worked very closely with President Trump in 3 of the criminal cases, the legal warfare that was targeting President Trump. Todd Blanche will be the interim Attorney General based on the reporting. We will see who potentially is nominated for the job full time.
So he's going to be Todd Blanche is going to temporarily take over the position. Okay. I don't know. Todd Blanche, I'm not the biggest fan of Todd Blanche either. I just don't know who the hell who the Attorney General is going to be, man. Permanently. You know, it's really tough to say.
But the Attorney General role for the president is so personal and critical, not just for the nation.
Hey, thank you guys for subscribing. We just got like 2 new subscribers. We're at 9,429 subs.
Small Wiener Gang.
Hey, thank you so much. Nobody subscribed. Thank you. Everybody give a shout out to Nobody for subscribing to the channel. Let's give him a shout out, man. Let's put Nobody back up on the screen, man. Small Wiener Gang. Thank you, Nobody, for taking the time to subscribe to the channel, man. We're getting more and more subs every day. We're growing very rapidly on YouTube, and I want to thank each and every one of you guys for making this dream a reality for me. We're at 9,429 subs. I think we might have even got a few more subscribers, actually, now that I mentioned it. Yeah, we're at 9,429, man. I can't believe it. We're only 71 subscribers away from hitting 9,500. Each and every day we get closer and closer and closer to the goal of 10,000 subscribers ultimately. I mean, once we get to 10,000, don't get me wrong, I'm still going to want more subscribers. But once we get to 10,000, though, it really makes it to where the show gains more credibility on YouTube. I don't know all the benefits, but let me take a look here. What are all the benefits of having 10,000 plus subscribers on YouTube? So reaching 10,000 subscribers on YouTube unlocks increased credibility, improved monetization opportunities, and often faster organic growth. Yep, hell yeah. Key benefits include increased inbound sponsorship deals, access to advanced monetization tools like YouTube's merchandising partnerships. Actually, I got approved for that. It's funny because you don't actually need 10,000 subs to be a part of the affiliate program, because I'm a part of their affiliate program and I haven't actually reached 10,000 subscribers, but I don't know if maybe that was done in error. But hey, I love their affiliate program, though. It's an extra way for me to make money on the channel. It's an extra way for me to promote the Yeti microphone as well. So YouTube's merchandising partnerships, higher perceived authority in a niche, and dedicated, engaged audience. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So, I mean, it definitely... Basically, having 10,000 subscribers gives me a little more credibility than it did before, and I'm happy about that, man. We're getting closer and closer every day to the 10,000 subscriber mark. I can't believe that we're only 500. Get this. We are only 570 subscribers away from hitting 10K. We're currently sitting pretty at 9,430 subs. Let's keep watching, man.
But given what happened with Jeff Sessions, which opened the door when he recused himself, idiot, and opened the door for the Mueller investigation, the Russia collusion, hoax, all of it. That's one of the most important jobs. And also for enforcing the laws of the land and fighting crime and righting all the wrongs of the Biden administration and just the bad cops who are still living and working inside.
Well, my thought goes to the whole fraud push too right now, and how much people are asking for prosecutions on that. That's the AG is going to help push that, along with Vice President J.D. Vance's task force.
I just wonder on the Epstein side of it, like you, Brian, I wasn't in the weeds of it because there was so much other stuff that was happening news-wise. But we did eventually get the documents, or most of them, that she promised. Is the issue that she didn't put them out there soon enough? I mean, when you start to look and peel back the layers of what was involved in those documents, I know that, there's a need for the American people to have transparency, but it's also, extremely sensitive information. Also, there was a period where I think victim sensitivity,
and she dropped the ball so much on the Epstein files, like it's insane. Like the amount of times. Hold on, so just clip my nails with this. The amount of times that she dropped the ball on the Epstein files was insane. And I just, it pisses me off that. Hold on. I mean, she should have been fired a long time ago. Like, sorry guys, I'm clipping my nails real quick. Did I get a nail in my mouth? Oh my god. I'm clipping my nails real quick, you guys. Hold on. All right, you guys, one moment. One moment. Sorry, I'm clipping my damn nails. It's unprofessional of me, I know. We're at 9,430 subs, everybody. 9,430. Let's go, dude. I need to turn off my fucking heater. It's getting too hot in here for that thing. Okay, boys, we're back. Sorry about that. I had to... Tiny Lion Gaming saying anyone want to play Over the Top World War One on Steam? Hell yeah. Let's see. Hey, thank you everybody for tapping the like button, though. It really does help the channel grow. We're at 43 likes. That really helps. We're trying to get to 100 likes before the stream ends. But yeah, thank you guys. Thank you guys for double tapping the screen to like the stream. One more time, double tap the screen to like the stream. It helps us get noticed. It helps us put the show out there. Let's go. All right. I am the greatest streamer of all time. I love live streaming, though, dude. Like, I think I'm obsessed with it. I love it.
Was an issue. And so to your point of it being a hard job, you want to serve the public interest, but you also are making decisions that impact people along the way. And in some ways, that's a thankless job because it's just so difficult to do.
Yeah, and they were scouring thousands and thousands and thousands of records. That takes time, and it takes precision. And
yeah, I don't know why this gal's defending Pam Bondi. Maybe she knows her personally, or I don't know. Pam Bondi is just
It takes absolute perfect execution. They couldn't just openly release it. There are victims in there. There were other people in that needed to be protected. And so she was doing that, exactly to your point, and maybe the public just didn't understand. They want it now. If they want it now, they want it now.
Well, and also the handling of the handling of those files was terrible. Not only by Kash Patel and his team, but by Pam Bondi as well. The fact of the matter is, the fact that the victims' names were actually listed in the files themselves was so stupid. That was like, how? It's either stupidity or deliberate. Maybe both. I don't know. I think it's either. But it's crazy.
Democrats.
No, Pam Bondi's handling of the files was bullshit. And also Kash Patel sucks too.
Or, pushing it and going hard and saying Trump's going to be in there, and they're covering it up, and they made it a whole thing.
I love Daddy Trump, but those are the two picks I don't understand. Why the hell would you pick Kash frickin' Patel and all that? I don't know.
But so did Republicans, because the committee that voted to subpoena Bondi included Nancy Mace, Lauren Boebert, Tim Burchett, Michael Cloud, Scott Perry. So it was a bipartisan issue. And I wonder if that...
No, Pam Bondi's a fucking embarrassment, dude. She's a fucking embarrassment.
She was supposed to testify or be deposed, I guess. It was April 14th. I mean, so I think that was sort of a gathering cloud that maybe Trump didn't... maybe it's still going to happen. I don't know. I don't know if the subpoena doesn't go away, but it was becoming a big bipartisan issue in some ways.
The Attorney General role is critical from a business perspective, and you mentioned the fraud investigations for a nation that's so deep in debt, to make sure that that our money, our borrowed money, is not stolen, misused, abused, but also to ensure that there is fairness in our legal system when it was used for political warfare. The Department of Justice was used for political warfare to go after a former president, a presidential candidate, and anyone that they didn't like who was on the right. And that is a fair justice system is the only way that you can operate a business in the United States.
And Susan Rice is already saying they want to do it again. They're already thinking about who they'll go after when they do have power next time.
There are several reports from different publications that President Trump on Tuesday met with Lee Zeldin, former congressman, currently boss of the EPA. He was discussing last year's California wildfires, and he also just discussed, according to reports, the potential for tapping him for the Attorney General role. That's according to reports. And our own Aisha Hasni on the news channel actually spoke with Pam Bondi just a short while ago. She said she was working in Florida filming a PSA involving for abducted, about abducted children and for the NFL. And she flew into Tampa this morning and went straight to work. So no comment on the firing. Let's go to Edward Lawrence, who's at the White House with more. Hey, Edward, what do you know?
Yeah, and I can add a little color to this. I was actually in the office there when President Trump.
I mean, this is huge news, dude. Pam Bondi getting fired. Like, this is crazy. Wow. I need to change the title of this live stream so people realize. And thank God, dude. Honestly, Pam Bondi needed to get fired. Like, she's just awful, dude. She just reminds me of a fucking Karen. She has total Karen energy. She has Karen aura. No, she's definitely got a Karen aura, though, and it's just so frustrating, man. Wow, Pam Bondi has been fired. Not going to lie, I agree with the decision wholeheartedly.
Spoke with our Peter Ducey on the Fox News side related to this. Now, the president wanted to stress, basically, there's no bad blood between the two of them. They just decided, or he decided, that Pam Bondi would be better in another role on this. She is okay with the decision as far as the president has.
Honestly, it's a decision. Look, if I was Pam Bondi, I would be okay with the decision, too. You want to know why? I was in over my head. If I was in her position, I would have been like, look, I'm in over my head. I flubbed on I effed up completely on the Epstein files and blah, blah, blah. So I don't think she's in denial about this. I think she's actually probably in agreement with Trump on this one, actually. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, like, at this point, it's like, come on, man. Let's go. But thank you guys for tapping the like button and tapping the subscribe button. It does help the channel grow. It helps my... No, honestly, if you guys can, in the upper right-hand corner, there's a subscribe button. Tap it if you can. It does help our channel a lot. The more subscribers we have, the better. We're almost to 10,000 subs, which is wild to me. We're currently sitting pretty at 9,432 subs. Once again, we're sitting pretty at 9,432 subscribers. Thank you so much. Let's keep going.
Said on this. And as you know, Todd Blanche, the number 2, currently will be the interim attorney general. There's no decision yet. The president did not decide who permanently will replace Pam Bondi. But at the moment, Todd Blanche will be the interim member of that running the attorney general's office. So again, the president's stressing.
By the way, we're at 9,433 subs now. Thank you for subscribing. Whoever just subscribed, thank you for subscribing to the channel. We're at 9,433. We're trying to get to 9,500 subs before the end of the night. It's going to be fun, man. We're going to do what we can. And small wiener gang. Oh, thank you so much. Deirdre Elias. Deirdre? Is it Deirdre? Deirdre Elias, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. Let me put your name back up on the board. Everybody give a round of applause for Deirdre Elias for subscribing. Small wiener gang. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. We're at 9,433 subs, you guys. We're getting closer and closer to 9,500. And then once we get to 9,500, we're like legitimately 500 subscribers away from hitting 10K. So the growth is real, man. I'm doubling down on YouTube. Hell, I'm tripling down on YouTube. I'm tripling down on it. I'm having fun with it. I love doing this show. I treat it like doing an AM radio show. The Michael Garza show is a big deal, man. We're becoming a big deal on the YouTubes. People love us. People are liking the show, and I love it. But yeah, we're at 9,433 subs. We're kicking butt, man. We're kicking major butt. We're killing it, man. We're killing it. Thank you, guys. Let's keep going.
This is just moving to another role within the administration. He felt that it was time to do that. She ended up taking, as much incoming bad press as he did on a number of the subjects, especially when you talk about the release of the Epstein files, when you talk about some of the other things that she did. But she was in lockstep with President Donald Trump with all of his agenda items going forward from the moment she took office as Attorney General. But again, this is being described now as just moving her to another another role, but there's no bad blood between the two of them, as you reported there to Aisha Hasni saying that Pam Bondi is back to work.
If you guys could give me a few moments, I'm actually going to be putting somebody doing probably a little delivery driving in a bit. I need my keys, wallet, cell phone. It's honestly like a really nice day today, so I'm going to be doing a little bit of work outside today. Also need to bring my wipes out. All right, you guys, so I'm going to be right back. I got to clean out my car for a little bit. Just got to clean it out. I just realized it was a little bit dirty from the road trip, so give me a second. I got to wipe things down in there. I am back from cleaning out my car. Zaddy is back. Guess who's back? Back again. Shady's back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Now.
Today, down filming a PSA for the NFL. Back to you guys.
And Edward, but any other, just you're covering the White House so closely. Why now? Why send her out of the AG role now? And to your point, Kristi Noem, not the head of DHS any longer. That's Mark Wayne Mullen as the secretary, but she's still within the fold in the administration, just in a new position that the president created. But why now for AG Bondi, former AG Bondi?
And this has been talked about for several weeks or so, is my understanding.
Really? I didn't. Honestly, I thought the way he was praising her, the way he was glazing Bondi, and I'm not a Pam Bondi fan at all. I think Bondi's awful. I think that this is probably the best move that Donald Trump has made in a while. Firing Kristi Noem was smart. Firing Pam Bondi was smart. It's just the way to go, dude. Hopefully Kash Patel is going to be fired next, but we'll see.
About possibly there could be a move in role related to this. Is there a trigger that it's why now? I don't think that we have seen one as of yet, and you'd have to ask the president.
It was an eventuality. I think what was really the nail in the coffin for Bondi was that stupid, I wouldn't say trial, but that hearing that she was at, where she was like, the Dow is up 50,000 points under Trump. Okay, oh great, glaze Trump later. You got to answer the questions that are related to the Epstein file. So no, she just has a very bitchy attitude, and she has a very Karen-like attitude. We don't need any Karens. We don't need any more Karens in those positions.
Which he did not indicate why exactly now is the time, but this has been sort of talked about to move her into another role related to this. Again, not a firing. The president's describing this as just moving her to another role, so she's still within the fold, as you mentioned, of the administration, but there wasn't one trigger that did it. Now, we know with Kristi Noem's situation, there was a lot of hubbub behind the scenes, and she had some issues, publicly issues with some of the folks on her staff, related to the getting upset about a pilot leaving a blanket or someone leaving a blanket on a helicopter. So there were triggers for that sort of removal from office. This one, there isn't.
Yeah, because Pam Bondi's a fucking Karen, dude. She does not deserve to be in the position she's in. I don't think she's qualified. I don't think she's got a good attitude. I think she comes across very bitchy, and I don't like that, man. That's the one thing that pisses me off about Pam Bondi, and I think this firing of Pam Bondi was well-deserved.
Just one trigger that said, okay, now is the time. But this, again, it had been talked about.
Oh, and with Noem, you left out the more than $2 million that she spent on a ad campaign. And then when questioned by Senator Kennedy if the president knew about it, she said yes. And that was the final straw with that one. But there's more to come on that as I think Congress looks into where that money went. Ed, great to see you. Thank you so much.
Hey, if you guys can, tap the subscribe button in the right-hand corner. Once again, tap right up here. Tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. The more subscribers we get, the better. So we're trying to reach 9,500 before the end of the day. I don't know if we're going to get to 9,500 before the end of the stream, but we're trying to get to 9,500 before the end of the day today. So if you guys can, please tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It really does help the channel grow. Helps increase our presence on the internet, and it's keeping us on the right path. It's keeping us on the straight and narrow. So I appreciate all you guys for taking the time to subscribe. It really does help the channel grow. We're at 9,434 subs. 9,434. I really appreciate each and every one of you guys for taking the time to become subscribers to this channel. It means a lot to me. So, we're at 9,435 now. Thank you guys for tapping subscribe. Hey, let's see if we... 9,436, dude. It's counting. The subscriber count is rising. Thank you guys for tapping the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. 9,436 subs. Oh, my God. Hey, we're killing it, man. You guys are helping out a lot. I just want to thank each and every one of you guys for taking the time to even consider subscribing. It means the world to me. So it's really keeping this channel afloat. It's keeping us growing on YouTube. And we're almost to 10,000, you guys. We are almost to 10,000 subscribers. We're almost about 500 subscribers away from hitting 10K. So this has been momentous growth. I'm so obsessed with this in a way because I know that the rewards are better. I'm happy about what I'm doing. Fucking A, man. $9,439 subs, man. We're at 9,439 subs. You know, my buddy, I don't really want to call him my buddy right now, Billy, said that this was just a hobby and that I wasn't making anything of it and that it's not going anywhere. But that's the furthest from the truth. You know, he can mock what I'm doing. You know, he can mock my opinions if he wants to. But I got a message for you, Billy. What are you doing with your life besides smoking the weeds? No, really. All you do is smoke weed and complain. That's it. You're a good father, I'll give you that. I think you're a good father. But outside of that, though, you're a shitty friend. Constantly personally attack me for having opinions you disagree with. And by the way, my opinions, I share half of America shares those opinions with me, so it's not like it's a crazy opinion. And yeah, I do like Trump. I think Trump's the man. Why should I have to apologize for that? You know? So Billy, I really don't care if you're my friend anymore. In fact, I don't really care about our friendship anymore at this point. You've personally attacked me so many times, and I've turned the other cheek, and I can't do it anymore. I think this is what you wanted. You got it. You want to keep personally attacking me, keep personally jabbing me, man? Screw you. But yeah, I just, you know, just in case he's watching the show, just in case he still found a way to watch the show, screw you. Screw you, Billy. Let's keep going. I'm done being friends with someone who constantly belittles me, personally attacks me. Yeah.
Thanks, Dagan.
Who wants him?
I'll just quickly point out, I think what I liked that I heard from Edward is that there isn't bad blood. I think Trump and the president in the past has said Attorney General Pam Bondi, former, has been a wonderful person and is doing a good job. And so I like to see sort of those positive words continue. Also, as I sit here and I think that we're 14 and 15 months into the second term, I've said this before, I went to the polls for Doge. I went to the polls to cut the crap.
Yes, exactly. And you know, one of the reasons, like, I'm a fan of Trump. Trump is the deregulator in chief. He's trying to get rid of all the stupid regulations. He's trying to get rid of all the stupid rules that are aligned with things. Look, small businesses suffer because of overregulation. That's just the truth. Small businesses suffer the most from overregulation. And there's people who don't want to see it that way, and that's fine. But companies like Walmart and Amazon, you could throw as many rules and regulations at them as you want. It's not going to affect them as negatively as a small business. In fact, the more unnecessary regulations you tack on in the world of business, the tougher you make it for the small business owner. And you know what's funny? Walmart and Amazon don't mind it because what happens is small businesses get shut down because of these rules and regulations, right? And then that means Walmart has no competition. Amazon has no competition. You know, the greatest enemy to small businesses are the Democrats and their over-regulatory nature and their over-nannying nature. They nanny too much. We don't need a nanny state. We don't need a nanny federal government. This is why I don't trust Democrats, because they want to control everyone. And they want to regulate everybody. They want to tell you what to do. They want to tell you what to think. And if they could have any power over you, they would absolutely try to implement re-education camps. Screw that, dude. Yeah. The Democrat Party is dead to me. They've been dead to me. They've been dead to me for a long time. But, yeah, the Democrat Party sucks ass. But yeah, I want to thank everybody for taking the time to subscribe to the channel. We're now at 9,439 subs. Once again, 9,440 subscribers. Hey, Billy, guess what? You know, you keep saying, Billy kept saying that this was a hobby. That was nothing more than a hobby, and I wasn't doing anything with it. Yeah. He's so fucking wrong. And he's an idiot. He doesn't see the big picture in anything. He only thinks in the short term. He just wants to smoke his weed, and he wants to be a piece of crap. And that's it.
And I think a lot of people feel, Brian, to your point, on the waste, fraud, and abuse, need to see more prosecutions.
Yeah, I'm just going to keep trash talking Billy because he's been terrible to me. He personally attacks me, and I don't like it. I don't like the personal jabs. You want to disagree with me on certain things, that's fine. But the moment you start making it personal, I'll make it personal. I'm not turning a blind eye. He thinks he could step on me like a doormat? No way. Small wiener gang. His wife may step on him like he's a doormat, but I am not. Just because he has no control over his life doesn't mean he needs to control mine. And I don't like him. I don't like him. Fuck him. He's a toxic piece of shit. I'm done dealing with toxic people. Billy, you're a toxic piece of crap. And I'm pissed off at you, dude.
When it comes to all of the fraud, need to see more rule of law come back, and potentially it just felt like maybe the progress wasn't moving fast enough.
But I'll just say this one thing, and I agree with you on all the fraud stuff. You get another second chance within the Trump administration. Seems to be sort of like a Trump.
Oh, sorry. Billy is a friend. I'm debating whether I even want to be his friend anymore. I pretty much feel like I burned my bridges with him because I'm just trash talking him at this point because he personally he got really personal with some of his attacks on me, and I didn't like it, and it pissed me off, and I think he's a piece of shit. I think he's an awful piece of shit, and I don't want to talk to him ever again, to be honest. Anyway, everybody, let's give a shout-out to Sippo Dlamini for subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much. Gang. I appreciate you for subscribing, man, and let's give a shout-out to a few other people who subscribed today. We'll put them up on the board. These are just a couple people who subscribed today. Not everybody, just some of them. Small Wiener Gang. Small Wiener Gang. But yeah, no, I just yeah, I'll admit I'm
Small
pretty upset.
Wiener Gang.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, Trump is great. And that's the thing, man. It's like I don't even care that he disagrees with me on politics. That never mattered to me. I don't even really care what his politics are at the end of the day. I really don't. I don't. I focus on my own shit in life, And no, but he decided to make things really personal. And I'm bringing it up. The reason I keep bringing it up is because I want to publicly shame this man for being an awful person to me. I'm tired of being bullied. Don't bully me. Or I will fucking bitch about it.
2.0 more benevolent way of doing things than just, booting people out. I mean, I can't.
And I got more important things to focus on in my life. I'm trying to retire early. And I'm actually doing a good job at making that happen too. But I don't need people who are constantly belittling me. I don't want belittlement. If you want to encourage me, that's fantastic. But if you're going to belittle me for what I believe in, like call me stupid all the time and basically make me feel lower than dirt and personally attack me, I'm not dealing with that, dude. Grow up. I don't want to be your friend. It's not worth it being your friend. In fact, honestly, it's addition by subtraction in this instance. Me removing Billy as my friend in life is going to be an addition in my life. It needed to happen. He's been personally jabbing at me 24/7. And he constantly makes me feel bad. And I don't like it. And like I said, it doesn't even matter about the politics. He can disagree with me all he wants on politics. That never bothered me. It's the personal jabs. It's him being a crazy person in all the personal jabs. So if you guys have anybody like that in your life, I'm going to tell you this. If you guys have people who are personally attacking you in your life consistently for your personal beliefs, you know what? Just get them out of your life. And when I say get them out, just block them on your phone. Just don't talk to them. Just to actually, you know what? Tell them I don't want you in my life. Tell them that. Because I'm done. I'm actually done. Like, I was almost done before, and I thought, okay, I'll give him a few more chances. But this was like the final straw. Because, like I said, this is not the first time he has unleashed his petty, stupid ways of thinking. Like, he's just not a good person. But yeah, if you guys are wondering, am I upset? You're damn right I'm upset. It's not even like, it's just him acting like a deranged person, and it just pisses me off, and him personally jabbing me. Like, I really gotten to the point where I don't want to be his friend anymore. I actually don't want to be his friend at all. And like I said, I don't care if he's my friend anymore. I'm really actually absolutely done with him. I am fully done with this fucking son of a bitch. All because I don't agree with him politically. That's what it boils down to, and that's the worst part about it. I don't think politics ruins friendships. I think bad friends who can't be mature in life ruin relationships. That's the problem. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think, by the way, I think I want to tell you guys this again. Politics does not ruin friendships or relationships. What ruins relationships is not the politics itself. It's the maturity of the person. A mature person understands that people think differently than they do, and that not everybody thinks the same way they do. That's what a mature person does. My friend Billy is an absolute child. He can't accept the fact that I do things differently than him, that I think differently than him. He can't accept it. So what he does is he does personal blows and starts attacking me personally. Two can play at that game. I will say this. I'll give Billy props. I think he's a good dad. I think he's an incredible father. But outside of it, though, he's a shitty fucking friend. And he can go straight to... No, I don't want to say that. But he can go fuck himself, though.
remember exactly what Kristi Noem is doing, but it's certainly not of the same significance.
Is it the Shield of
And
America or something?
Yeah, I'm curious to see what role Pam Bondi will get. Remember Kimberly Guilfoyle, when she was not engaged to his son anymore, she got the ambassador role to Greece. You know, everybody gets like something second.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny because I will say Trump, he doesn't necessarily he fires them from the position, but he wants to keep them in. He's putting them in positions where they will succeed. Because here's the thing: I don't think Pam Bondi is completely incompetent. I just think in the role of attorney general, it's just not a good fit for her. I'm glad he's putting her somewhere else. You know, some people are not meant to have certain levels of power, and Pam Bondi's one of them because they can't fucking handle it. Some people can't handle power.
ETRN7CH says, "Fuck Billy bro, let it go."
Oh, I'm not going to let it go.
ETRN7CH says, "Billy is probably Jake Pearce."
No, here's the thing. It probably is. But no, what I'm trying to say is this. I'm not going to let it go until I'm satisfied. And when I say satisfied, I mean, you know what? You know, Frank Sinatra said it best. The best revenge in this life is success. I'm going to repeat that. The best revenge in life over your enemies is pure, unadulterated success. Period. End of story. By the way, we're at 9,445 subscribers, man. 9,445. And hell yeah. There we go, man. You know, and he keeps saying it's a hobby and that it's going nowhere. Honestly, this show has been growing so much in the last few months. And, you know, for him to say that this show doesn't really mean anything, it means everything to me. Because I'm doing exactly what I wanted to do. I'm chasing my dreams, and all he's doing is living a nightmare. You know? No, I'm not going to convert. You see...
ETRN7CH says,
"Small wiener gang."
Convert Billy to mega.
The difference between me and Billy, though, is he forcefully wants me to agree with him, and I don't. And the difference between me and Billy is he wants me to agree with him. He wants me to see. He wants to force me to believe the shit he believes. And I don't care if he believes what I believe. That's the difference between me and him. I am secure in my belief systems. He is not. Insecure people try to force people to believe what they believe because they're fucking insecure losers. All right? I don't try to force any of my ideals on him, ever. And by the way, it was totally his choice to watch my show. I told him, look, if this show is giving you this much trouble, stop watching the show. It's so fucking simple. Yeah, I don't want to be his friend anymore. I think I've kind of made up my mind. I don't think I'm going to be his friend anymore, ever. I think my friendship with him is finally done. It's run its course. I'll hang out with Nathan. Nathan's a good friend. Anthony's a good friend. Ty-Lord is a good friend. They never fucking force me to do anything. And they're always understanding that I have a goal that I'm trying to reach. Billy has not been understanding in any way, shape, or form. He personally jabs me. And I'm going to make sure that the world realizes, I won't say his last name because I don't dox people. I don't put out their last names. Billy is all I'm going to say. Not a good dude. Great father, actually. Not a good friend is what I should be saying. He constantly personally attacks me for not believing the same bullshit he believes in. Well, I don't want to believe the bullshit he believes in. I don't. In any way, shape, or form. So I'm doing this show more often than ever out of spite of this man. I'm doing this show even more in spite of him because you know what? I want to get revenge on him. You know what that revenge is? Pure success. Pure fucking success is my revenge. and I'm going to do it.
And kind of.
Do you think, though, I know we got to go, but
I know.
do you think sometimes it's nice to see people moved on? And I understand, it's not, the bad blood thing. Biden never moved anybody on. He had terrible cabinet members who he kept forever, who wrecked the country. And I like that we have a chief executive who doesn't have to be bad.
No, and I appreciate the support, you guys, but the reason I'm calling him out.
Annie01200 says, this show is fire. Garza, you done good, but it's funny, it's informative, and damn right entertaining. Spiderweb66 says, are you still whining about Billy?
Yeah, I'm still whining about
Jesus Christ, dude, get over it.
No, I'm not getting over it, dude. He wanted to start this shit. I'm tired of tuck and tail. I'm tired of tuck and tail to a dude who barely lives his life correctly. Always tries to tell me how to live my life. Always tells me what to think. Not always tells me. Oh, he doesn't always do this. I'm exaggerating that a little bit. But honestly, this isn't the first time he's done this. Personal attacks. I've turned a blind eye to it enough to where I'm actually physically... He's shown a pattern of behavior that I just don't think he's going to fix. I want him to do what he needs to do to be successful. The truth is he's never going to be successful in life. You want to know why he's never going to be successful in life? He's just filled with hate. That's all he's filled with. He's filled with hate because there are people out there who don't see his way. And that's a shitty way to live your life, to be honest. That is a shitty way to live your life. I know there's plenty of people who don't agree with me, and that doesn't bother me in the slightest. All I know is all I focus on is what do I believe personally. I don't want to control anybody. I really don't want to tell anybody what to think. I love doing this show and putting my thoughts out there. If people agree with me, great. I'll debate you guys a little bit, but at the end of the day, I don't really care what you guys believe. Hey, thank you, bud. Thank you, Zan. I appreciate it. If you guys can, please subscribe to the channel. Because the more subscribers we get, the more I can shove it in Billy's face. But then again, I don't think I want to talk to him ever again because I'm just sick of him. I'm sick of him. I'm fucking sick of him. I'm actually done. I don't care if he talks to me ever again. That's how sick of him I am. The personal jabs, those fucking hurt, dude. You didn't have to get so fucking personal. You didn't have to. All you do, dude, is you smoke the pot. That's all he does. He just smokes pot and complains about shit. And exaggerates his service.
Bad blood, but it's just, we're not getting done what I need to get done. I need somebody else. I'm going to move you along. And I think that's important. And I think it's not an entitlement to have these jobs. And Americans demand results.
Earn it.
You have to earn it. If you're not getting results, you got to move somebody on. And I kind of like that, actually. I don't need to see bad blood, but I think it's good for the chief executive to manage his team for results.
Yeah, he did the right thing. Trump did the right thing, absolutely.
It shows that she had the full confidence of the president, and maybe the refocus now is going after the waste.
I'm just glad that Karen's out, dude.
Fraud and abuse, and you just simply can't do that with the same person.
BPD Bob says, let bro be mad for a few LOL.
Oh, absolutely.
He's allowed to vent.
I'm still very, very pissed. And look, I just don't. It's just like I said, he's done this 4 or 5 times where he'll personally attack and he'll get in my face or he'll send me a string of text messages telling me to read these articles and believe everything he believes. And then he gets pissed off at me for not taking those articles seriously because I don't. I don't take them seriously. It's mainstream media. It's mainstream media slop. And I'm just tired of his warped points of view. I don't want to deal with him at all. Period. End of story. Yeah, with Pam Bondi though, man, I mean, she deserved to get fired. She was. I had been rooting for this to happen. I've been rooting for
her to
get removed from that position.
She served wonderfully under the pleasure of the president.
No, she did not serve wonderfully. No way. Pam Bondi did a terrible job. F-.
President, and I think it's a good move for our country, perhaps, to your point, Dagan. Let's get serious about what this role is about and focus on those areas that we need to: waste, fraud, and abuse, and prosecuting people and getting.
Let's get it, dude. Get that fraud,
our
man.
money back.
Well, one indelible.
By the way, we're at 9,446 subscribers, everybody. 9,446. Let's go, dude. We're almost to 9,450. That's a plus. So if you guys can tap the subscribe button, we're trying to get to 9,500 before the end of the day. I think we could pull it off too, which is crazy. You know, we're just keep getting more and more subscribers, and it's just making the show better. You guys have made the show amazing, so I just want to thank each and every one of you guys for being so a part of it. You know, we're constantly finding ways to improve the show, and you guys are a big deal, man.
Image is the influencers with the big white Epstein binders, which happened early last year.
Oh, we just got another sub, dude. 9,447 subs now. That's the sub count, dude. Let's get to 9,500, though.
That was embarrassing because there was nothing new in them. And then you get this groundswell of, where are the... And it just was...
Yeah. Yeah, let's see here. Let's look up more information. Let's see if anybody's got any insider information on the Pam Bondi thing. That's crazy. Oh, I realized I got to put on some deodorant. Hold on. All right, let's see what else happened, man. Oh, shit. What? MSNBC? Okay, let's see. I don't trust MSNBC, though. MS Now is basically MSNBC. Same thing. Trying to see what other information we got. I don't want to watch MS Now, though, because that's the worst of the mainstream media.
She's been great. You know, she's cracked down on crime. She's done an incredible job.
Let's see what
Kaylee, I just got off the phone with President Trump. We have a big scoop. Pam Bondi will soon leave her job as the Attorney General. She is going to get a different job within the administration. It doesn't sound like there is any bad blood between her and
now we got bad blood.
President Trump, but it does seem like they want her to go and do something else. And in an interim role, she will be replaced by Todd Blanche, who is currently her deputy at the Justice Department. So it doesn't sound
Todd
like
fucking Blanche, dude. Well, I don't know if I'm a big fan of him either, but if you guys can, though, tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. The more subscribers we get, the better. We're trying to reach 9,500 subscribers before the end of the day, but maybe we can get to that sooner. We're currently sitting pretty at 9,447 subscribers. Once again, we're sitting pretty at 9,447 subs. Let's keep the rub-a-dub-dubs going.
Just being elevated long term to the Attorney General. There might be somebody else that the president wants to go in there. But President Trump soon will announce to the entire world that it is the end of Pam Bondi's time as the Attorney General. He still thinks that she is a great person and that she did a good job. And he still wants.
I don't think she did a good job. I think he's just trying to be nice. I think if Trump just admitted that she did a bad job, I'd have a little more respect for him there. But yeah, Bondi's terrible.
Wants her in the fold because she will still be an important part of the administration.
She's a useless Karen in that role, dude. She's a Karen.
He tells me, but no longer as the top law enforcement officer of the United States. That, at least for a little while, is going to be Todd Blanche.
Ducey,
Heard it here first.
That's rather big news, and I'm sure you don't have the answer to this, but there have been some rumored names to replace her. Did you happen to catch that?
Yeah, Tomorrow's Teachings is the greatest YouTube channel of all time. Absolutely. Tomorrow's Teachings.
So far, Todd Blanche.
Okay. Yeah. All right. We'd be remiss if we didn't ask. Okay. Thank you
So far, it's just Todd Blanche, baby.
much, Peter. Laura, we're both from Florida, and Pam Bondi is an amazing attorney general, was an amazing attorney general in Florida, and I know her services are greatly appreciated. The state of Florida loves her, as does the entirety of
Yeah, but she mishandled. By the way, she extremely mishandled those fucking Epstein files, dude.
Trump administration.
Absolutely, and she's done an incredible job. I mean, this is a very tough job.
No, dude, I don't think she's done an incredible job at all. Why is everybody glazing her so much? Stop glazing Pam Bondi. There might have been things that she did that were good during her time there, but my God, she is a very bitchy Karen in my mind. That's my opinion of her.
And be Attorney General of the United States. I give her a lot of credit for what she's been able to do. There was a lot of pressure surrounding a whole host of different things coming into, the president's second term in office. And I think she's been great. She's cracked down on crime. She's done an incredible job, in this role. And yeah, we love her in Florida. And I think the United States owes her a debt of gratitude. I know the president would echo those sentiments.
Yes. Well, as we just heard, Todd Blanche stepping in temporarily. We await to see if he gets the top job or if some of the other rumored names indeed get that. Breaking news here on Outnumbered. Now on to America Reports.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest.
Yeah, dude, subscribe to the Michael Garza show. If you guys want, you guys can subscribe to Fox News or whatever, but subscribe to the Michael Garza show, dude. $9,448 subscribers, everybody. We're getting there. We're getting closer, man. Let's see what other Trump news we can look up real quick. Yeah, this is crazy, man. All right, well, I'll tell you what. Let's indulge fake news MSNBC. Let's indulge.
Eddie Glaude is a Princeton University professor and MS Now contributor. Jake,
yuck.
What more can you tell us you've learned about why this is being handled this way? One might say, why didn't Trump just fire her? What can you tell us about
Annie
what's going on?
01200 says,
question's really good. I'll get to all that
VPD
as some of this
Facts Bro,
reporting.
tomorrow's teachings is the best thing since sliced bread.
Hell yeah.
Millionaire Mal says, Bondi release the Trump unredacted files.
Maybe she will. Maybe she won't. We're not too sure, bro. All right, let's watch fake news Yeah, this is the mainstream media slop that pisses me off.
Is coming in.
I call this woke news MSNBC.
In real time. But MS Now, as you said, is able to confirm from one White House official and also a person familiar with the situation.
Thank you guys for tapping the subscribe button. If you can, tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. We're currently sitting pretty at 9,448 subs. Once again, we're sitting at 9,448 subscribers on the channel, and I do want to thank each and every one of you guys for being so involved in the channel's process and making the channel as great as it has been. No, I can't do the show without you guys, so each and every one of you guys are a big contributor to it. So, like I said, tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. One more time, everybody. Please do not forget to subscribe to the channel. We need you. We want you to subscribe to the Michael Garza Show.
That Bondi, the Attorney General, has been informed by President Trump that her days are very limited. This decision has not been formally announced, and it's also, of course, especially with President Trump, subject to change. We've seen him do that before, especially when reports
He might change it. I don't know. I still think Pam Bondi's completely fired.
come out indicating what he is intending.
We already kind of confirmed that she's not in that position anymore.
But four
not in
sources,
any way.
including reporting from me and my colleague Laura Barron-Lopez, say that the ousting of Bondi at this point is imminent. I had one White House official tell me, actually, that they can't believe it hasn't already happened this week. They expected it even earlier. Many people in Trump's orbit, including some of his closest aides and allies, have really had the knives out for Bondi for months. A lot of that started, remember, with her handling of the Epstein files. I will say the process that you asked about of why he would inform her as opposed to just having her.
By the way, we're at 9,450 subscribers. Once again, 9,450 subs. This is amazing. We're only 50 subscribers away from hitting 9,500, so holy crap, man. I want to thank each and every one of you guys. So if you guys can, please subscribe to the channel. More subscribers, the better. Keeps the channel afloat. It keeps the channel growing. We're almost to 10K subscribers, by the way. So the road to 10K is it's not a lonely one because I got you guys. So I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all for being so, obviously there's a lot of people that come in who are leftists who hate watch, but I'm okay with that. But yeah, once again, man, we're at 9,450 subscribers, so don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the upper right-hand corner. It really does help the channel grow, and it makes me feel better about my schlong.
Her demoted, as we've seen already with Mike Waltz and Kristi Noem in the second administration. One White House official told me that personally, the president still really likes Pam Bondi, and he is hoping to help her, quote, help her along. So he wants to help her in some way land
small
softly.
wiener
So we are
gang.
seeing a bit of a difference.
Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe Trump does like her still. I don't know. But I think it's good, man.
Ashley4843 says, just subscribed, hopefully it's real news.
Hey, thank you, Ashley4843. I appreciate you subscribing, man. I appreciate it. I'm going to put your name back up on the board. Thank you for subscribing. Small wiener gang. Man, we're getting more and more subscribers. We're almost to 10K. This is amazing, dude. The show has gotten
Srini Liv says,
gay.
Just subscribed.
Hey, thank you, Srini Live. Srini Live, I'm going to put you up on the board real quick. Everybody, if you guys want to be like Srini Live, subscribe to the channel. If you guys want to be like Ashley4843, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys for subscribing. Everybody out there, if you guys can hear this message, please tap the subscribe button. It's in the upper right-hand corner, upper right-hand corner of your screen. More subscribers we get, the more we could stick it to the haters, man. The more subscribers we get, we could stick it to the haters, dude. 9,452 subs. Hell yeah.
Style here where typically we've just seen the announcement of a demotion or a firing altogether, and in this case there was some type of back and forth behind the scenes that's taking place before the official announcement comes out. MS Now also can confirm as well, Chris, that 3 people familiar are saying on that short list are Lee Zeldin, the current administrator of the EPA. So a lot of pieces of the puzzle coming in together in real time here, but what is clear is that Bondi is on her way out truly any moment now.
Carol Leonnig, you've been reporting on this as well, and I want to read just one line from the MS Now reporting. Bondi, a former Florida attorney general, has bent the DOJ to the will of the White House, unlike any attorney general in modern history. If you do that and you can't...
Nah. Honestly, I think Kash Patel's going to get fired next. That's what I think. I'm not a fan of Kash Patel.
Your job, where does that leave anybody who goes to work for this administration?
By the way, dude, we're at 9,454 subscribers, and it's all thanks to you guys. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for subscribing. We just keep racking up more subscribers, and the more we rack up, the better the show. I mean, the better, I wouldn't say the show gets better the more subscribers we get, but what happens is we get that social notoriety. It gives me more incentive. It gives me more ability to make money on this channel so I could do more of a show that you guys can appreciate. It allows me to basically allocate more time to the show and have a good time with it. So to Billy, I want to say, screw you, bro. Screw you.
Tell us what you know.
It's a great question, Chris, and hats off to Jake on his reporting on this, by the way. We've been chasing the rumor about Bondi potentially being removed since Monday, and it's...
But I can't believe it, man. 9,454 subs. Let's go, dude.
Really important to know that the president...
Yeah, I think Kash Patel's next, dude. Kash sucks, dude. I'm not a fan of him. I love Trump. I'm a big Trump fan, but... You know, Pam Bondi and Kash Patel and Kristi Noem, I think, were his worst hires. And I'm glad he's fired 2 out of the 3 so far. Firing 2 out of the 3 has been one of the best things to happen, and I really appreciate it. So good job, man. Good job. Hell of a job, bro. Crazy. Well, you know what? It is healthy. You want to know why it's healthy? Because the best revenge is success. It's healthy because the best revenge is success. And since my buddy was being such a jackass to me and personally jabbing me at every chance he could get, I'm not going to be his friend anymore. That's not what friends do.
The president has literally informed her. It's no longer White House aides chit-chatting or thinking this will happen or...
Oh, we just got 2 new subscribers, man. Now we're at 9,456. 9,456 subs, man. Can you believe it? Do you know what that means? We're only 44 subscribers away. We're just 44 subscribers away from hitting 9,500, you guys.
Considering, but he's told her basically you're gonna be out soon, and that's not a small thing. But on your question, let's zero in on that. Yes, Pam Bondi is an attorney general like no other. She basically went to the lectern.
Okay, why are they glazing her? Wait, are they glazing her? I think she's a terrible attorney general, but let's see what she said.
Welcome Donald Trump soon after his election to the Department of Justice's Great Hall by saying she was delighted.
Tristan, I can't let it go, dude.
Doyle Gaming G4K says, let it go, bro.
I can't let it go. I can't let it go. I can't let it go. He got too personal. He jabbed me too much, too personal. I'm not allowing that, dude. I'm not allowing children like him to... Honestly, I feel worse when I'm around him half the time because he just gets so in my face about shit.
Delighted and honored to be working at the direction of the President of the United States, that he was the chief law enforcement officer. And he has given her instructions about specific people he wants charged, prosecuted, and imprisoned. And that has not been an easy road for her. While she has tilted the department to be a tool for exactly that, moving to indict former FBI Director James Comey, New York Attorney General Letitia James, 6 Democratic lawmakers that the president viewed as critics of his that he wanted basically thrown under a bus. Her efforts to, actually push and support the possible prosecution of Jerome Powell, the Federal Reserve board chairman who, a federal judge concluded there was no evidence, even the slightest evidence of wrongdoing. While she has tried to do this, she's had 2 big challenges. Grand jurors who say, where's the beef? And federal judges who have intervened as...
Oh, yeah, no. Look, I'm, honestly, like I said, the best revenge is success. And that's it, man. If you guys agree with that quote, the best revenge is success, please subscribe to the channel, because every subscriber I get, I appreciate everybody. But yeah, am I doing this out of spite right now? Yeah. I'm doing this show out of spite. Out of spite of Billy. Because he crossed the line, man. He crossed the line. And yeah. I'll eventually stop beefing about it. I just don't know if I want to be his friend anymore. So, he's done this so many times. And he's such a fucking child about shit. And I'm always the one, it sucks because I'm always the one he always tries to paint me as the villain each and every time. And this is what pisses me. It's a form of gaslighting. So he tries to paint me as the villain after he personally attacks me and personally jabs me to no end, paints me as the villain. He's a fucking gaslighting son of a bitch. I don't want to be his friend anymore. I'm done with him. And if you guys have anybody like that in your life, be done with them. I think that's the smartest thing you could do. Because I'm fucking done with them. You don't personally attack me. And I don't know. But yeah, thank you guys for subscribing. We're at 9,458 subs. We're almost to 9,500, which is pretty dope. But yeah, no, I'm just sick and tired of being belittled. When you have toxic people, and it's one of the reasons why I have trouble being around my parents sometimes. My mom specifically, she's been a very toxic influence in my life, and yeah.
As Chief Judge in the District of Columbia did in the Jerome Powell case, to say once again, where's the beef? There is no evidence. And when there is not evidence, those are cases that, lawyers for the Department of Justice may find themselves facing the possibility of losing their bar license if they pursue cases where they don't have a good faith belief that they can sustain a conviction at trial.
The other side of that, Eddie, so you have a president who's upset that his attorney general has been unable to successfully prosecute people he thinks should face criminal charges. But with or without Bondi, as Carol just points out, the issue with the cases, let's say a lack of evidence, don't go away. So what does getting rid of Bondi accomplish?
Well, it's just, first of all, it's great to see you, Chris. It's just his temper tantrum. He's not getting his way, so he's going to go after the first person he thinks he can go after. And remember, there's an image of Donald Trump, a large banner bearing his image draped across the Department of Justice. Pam Bondi has bent the knee. She has done everything she could possibly do to demonstrate her loyalty. But as Carol just laid out, the law is the law. Grand jurors are charged to uphold the law, and federal judges are charged to judge according to the law. So no matter what kind of
thank you, Annie, I appreciate it.
Donald Trump will throw, whether he fires her or not, the law will remain the law in this instance. So I just read it in that.
But no, I think in this instance, Trump is making the right decision. Firing Pam Bondi was the right move.
Chris. He's doing what he typically does when he doesn't get his way.
Well, then you also have the question, Peter, if it's lethal.
I mean, we all know that Pam Bondi was highly incompetent, right? I think we can all understand that, right? But, I mean, if you don't, that's fine. Are there any Pam Bondi fans in here? But, yeah. No, it's pretty interesting stuff, though, man. Hey. Oh, it's because I sprayed myself with deodorant. But yeah, I know I've been streaming for 3 hours, you guys, so we still got a lot of people viewing in. This is crazy. Let's check the subscriber count real quick, everybody. 9,458 subscribers. I think that we got probably close to like almost 40 subs on this particular stream. I got to admit, we're figuring it all out. So the channel's getting bigger and bigger, and my wiener's getting smaller and smaller. So small wiener gang, hell yeah. But no, I want to thank you guys for viewing in. I'm going to be streaming a little bit later. I do plan on doing some delivery driving today, probably maybe 30 minutes to an hour. Nothing too crazy. I honestly, because I've been making money on this and because I've been getting more subscribers, and honestly, I got enough money in the bank if I needed to go without getting an excessive amount of money for a while, I can. But and honestly, swing trading the small cap ETFs though has been very lucrative, so I like it. But all right, you guys, I do want to thank you guys for your time. I will see you guys later. I'll probably end up making some short videos at some point. I've been trying to record at least 5 short videos a day. They've been very successful as well. I've been making money on those, which is really nice. So as I always say, one of the main goals is to monetize your hobbies. And because I really enjoy doing this, I've monetized my hobby. And I can't do it without you guys, though. Each and every one of you guys took the time to subscribe to the channel. And for that, I really deeply want to thank you guys. You guys, take the time to see my ugly mug or sexy mug, I don't know, come up on your screens on your mobile phones while you're gooning. And I appreciate that. All right. Love you guys. Thank you guys for dealing with me. You guys rock, though. Thank you. And we're ending the stream in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now get the hell out of my house, you guys.